the stream, everybody. How's it going? I am Brayathorn. Glad to see y'all. Hope everybody's doing well on this fine Sunday evening. There we go. My mouse was running a little slowly there. So I got some splaining to do. Because I meant to stream yesterday, and then I realized how much it was going to take to get all that set up, and then the event was only like an hour and a half. I recorded it though. Got a lot of good footage, so it's going to be a video. But yes, it's already open. I filmed all of that too. So I went to the Pokemon pre-release for Perfect Order at a local card shop, and there are a pre-release location. So it was really cool. Okay, all right. Skeeter Gaming coming in with 5 gifted subs for the community. Let's go, nerds. That's a tier 1 sub for Sparks Maker, Reskendo, Jacquio, Wordsayer 19, and Estante Secreto. Welcome to the Swarm. I still don't know why it's all messed up like that, but it is what it is. I need to redo my alerts. Oh, okay, all right, hold on. Stuff's happening. Skeeter Gaming also dropped a Prime sub, and so did Lone Vaquero 684. Let's go, nerds. Welcome back to the Swarm. Good Lord, guys. All right. I mean, thank you. Just a level 3 hype train to start things off. Sure. I haven't even said hi individually to y'all yet, but I mean, what up? Glad to see you guys. Let me say hi to everybody on YouTube first really quick. What's going on? Polaris Racer, welcome. Chris Crawford, how you doing? Michael Superbacker, welcome. How you been? Steve, welcome in. Hope all of y'all are having a good Sunday evening. Over on Twitch, Natty, welcome. How's it going? I don't know how I feel about the angry smiley face there, but sure. Cataclysm Mac, welcome. Skeeter Gaming, of course, welcome in. Don't worry about it. Panther, welcome in. Not Jaspers, how you doing? And Shanala Cerberus, welcome in. Saw that you gave a little shout out yesterday. I appreciate it. WX fan, what's going on? I'd like to thank the Academy. The Academy says you're welcome. Well, no, it's not a prize. I'll explain the event to you in a bit. It wasn't a prize. Oh, the comment thing. Oh, I thought you meant this. I thought you meant this, Natty. It is pretty cool. That is pretty cool, but yeah. No, not different thing. Different thing. Bill DeBurr, welcome in. It's Skeeter. I appreciate you. Lone Vaquero, thank you for the lurk. Z-Man's Car, welcome. How's it going? I got huge transformation, a bit like a beetle who's just emerged from its pupa. I have a very particular flavor of autism. Anyways, I've switched to Linux. Things are weird and it's a big change. It's exciting and scary all at once. Interesting. Okay. That's a big change. Best of luck to you. A Linux nerd would definitely be like, what distro? But like, that's also, I'm not making fun of that community. It's a very cool community and Linux is very cool, but like, I'm trying to imitate the excitement for that. But I you know, I'm not into the Linux landscape. So like, I wouldn't know what to do with the information anyway. But congrats. Background looks quite different the last time I was here and I love it. Looks great. Thank you. Well, yeah, that like I'm making some huge changes in here. Basically, now that I've like I cleared off and organized that whole desk there. And now I basically need to move it out of the way. I mean, I organized it, but like now I need to move it. I'm redoing the whole wall with specific shelves that are going to look really cool for a background. So Exiled Wolf, what's up? It's going well. Happy to be here. Hope you are too. I guess the pertinent thing is that I'm using Bazite, which is like the main instrument for gaming. It is. That is what I hear. What's a shirt, Bray? Fix it in post. I'll fix it in post. Yes. This is from NAB, which is all about production stuff, like from hobbyist to Hollywood. So makes a lot of sense. So yes, right. The event and how that went. So pre-release for Perfect Order. If I had known about these, I would have definitely got, if I'd even known about the place I went to at the time, because I didn't know about them. I for some reason refused to like join. It's always Facebook groups. It's always Facebook groups. Facebook. And then we complain about Facebook and then we put all our stuff on Facebook. Ugh. Anyway. So every time I ask people like, how do you find out about like these launches and when Sam's is getting products and that's why everybody's waiting here? How do you, it's always a Facebook group. I hate Facebook. I hate Facebook. So I don't want to join it, but like, what am I going to do? Even when I went to a specific card shop around here and I was like, hey, I'm looking to work with a card shop or two and just make sure I can get one of whatever cool thing comes out, but I can't always be there waiting. And is there anything that I can do? Because I'm not reselling. I'm opening it to entertain. And, you know, it's awesome when a collector gets to enjoy a thing. This would be more people enjoying the thing at once without, you know, like that kind of thing. And they're like, no, we get it. We're with that. It's just, you do that through our Facebook guy. He's our social media manager. And I'm like, I don't have a Facebook account with a bunch of followers. Oh, I didn't mean to share that. I just meant to close it. I don't have like a bunch of followers on a Facebook account to impress some dude who sits in front of Facebook all day. Is it a YouTube channel? NAB is an event. It is an event like CES, but just for production. So all the big production companies go there, and software companies, hardware companies, camera companies, lighting companies, all of that. That's what that's about. I got to meet some of the guys from Corridor Crew there, which was insane. They are YouTube royalty. And I just got to chat with Ren for a little while. That was amazing. And aside from hiccups at the start, like having to reformat game store drive so it's ext4 format to make games run on the OS, things have gone surprisingly smoothly. I'm glad to hear that. I hope that continues. I'm sure NAB has a YouTube channel, but it probably just covers like their events. I don't know. Okay, again, let's talk about the event. So Perfect Order pre-release. What they did was, what they do for these, you have to have a Play Pokemon account. That's the Pokemon TCG League, which I guess I had set that up a while. Well, I had set it up a while back because it also goes into your TCG Live app account, which is where you can get these cards, like these things. When you get these cards here and you want to, like, it's virtual packs that you can rip and make a collection, and then you play the game. Now there's TCG Pocket, which is the one that launched and made Pokemon, has probably made Pokemon billions of dollars at this point, that has a more like entertaining pack opening thing. So it really is just a pack opening simulator that costs you actual money and gives you virtual things. Not my bag of, not my bag of tea, not my cup of whatever. Not my cup of tea. Not my bag. Not my thing. It's already bad enough that we're like, just, you know, burning money on a bunch of other subscriptions. I don't want to burn money on virtual goods, you know? But TCG Live is also more adherent to the actual rules of the TCG, whereas TCG Pocket, you can play the game, but it like feeds you energy every turn and just all these things. So I had never really seriously played the game. So when I was at this card shop, they were like, hey, we're doing a pre-release for Perfect Order. You should come out. They wanted me to go out. I was like, okay. And they're like, it's going to be for players. It's a mini tournament. And I was like, that sounds like a terrible idea. I've never played it before. Never played the game. They're like, no. When there's a new set and we do pre-release, everybody gets a build and battle box, and you have to build your deck from that box. That's it. So everyone's starting from scratch. Now this box is like the one I showed you before, the Mega Gardevoir EX, not Mega, the Gardevoir EX, not Mega. Gardevoir EX build and or League Battle box, where it has a whole deck in there. But this, for pre-release, the deck is built to 40 cards, not 60. So you get a full set of 40 cards. That is an entire deck to play the game with the strategy and whatnot. And each of these, like there's like 4 different decks you might get. So I did that, and I learned to play the game, and I had a blast. I lost really bad. I got beat up, but it was a lot of fun. And by there was 3 rounds basically, and usually you get 40 minutes on your to face your opponent to beat them. It's not best of 3. You basically just try to beat them, whatever. Or I don't know if it is. Maybe it is best of 3. I don't know. But for this, you get 20 minutes. And I just conceded each time because I was just like not doing great. But on the 3rd round though, which was only 3 rounds, on the 3rd round, it was close actually. I took out his big bad, the one that the one that he'd built up, which was Tyrantrum. It was a Tyrantrum deck. It was scary, but it was weak to me. So I actually got to take out his big bad. But then he came back with a mega Clefable, and I was like, okay, I just got like this Snivy. I'm kind of screwed. Okay. Or I had already taken a bunch of damage. So it was a lot of fun. I recorded the pack openings because what this comes with, again, it comes with the set of 40 cards to build a full deck, including a stamped holo for the Play Pokemon League, which I actually played, and it was really fun. But it also comes with 3 packs in here too. So that basically means if you get anything really powerful, it's random. You can have something that can give you a leg up on your opponent. So I didn't really get anything for that, and even if I had, I was like, I'm just gonna play the deck that was given to play the hand that was given to me, right? 10 points to Twitch for Cup of Bags, Skeeter. There you go. You get 10 points. But I did pull a couple pretty good cards. Halfway through, I won a drawing for an additional free pack. They just had packs to give out, which was cool. And then but I saved it to the end. And then everyone who competed got an additional 3 packs and an opportunity to pre-order something for Tuesday. Without having to wait in line, I am getting a booster box of Perfect Order for the MSRP of $160. 32 packs. Yeah. I had a choice between that or an ETB. And I chose the booster box because I know y'all likes to see them pack openings. So, yeah. So just the fact that it's not $300 for a booster box is awesome. Like, that's really cool. So I was like, yeah, I can't not do that. So, I might try to maybe wait in line somewhere else to get an ETB. I know that another place nearby is having another one of these, another launch thing, but it's not really pre-release. It's on the release day. So, but if I go to that, I should be able to snag an ETB as well to get whatever promo card is in it and 9 more packs. So, plus I got to keep working on the wall, and it can't all be Ascended Heroes like that, you know, like. Speaking of working on the wall, three packs wasn't enough. I want to try more Temporal Forces because I gained a lot of new cards from Temporal Forces. There was Pokemon in there I had not gotten yet. I'm not topped up on all the commons and uncommons. Very, very healthy for the Pokédex. And I made a couple of other poor decisions as well. And one of them is especially a poor decision, but I'll explain. So, what did I... Let's put that there. So there's this. This is Clay Burst. This was part of one set or another. I have to look. So it's focused on Gen 9 Pokemon. This was 2 years ago that this came out. But this is going to have more Pokemon that I don't have. There's apparently a really good Iono card that you can get. We'll see. But I'm trying to remember what set it was for. Basically what it was in English. Paldea Evolved. Okay. It's like half of Paldea Evolved. Okay. So it was... Good, I need this information. All right. Clay Burst and Snow Hazard come together to make Paldea Evolved in English. Do we know the promo for the ETB yet? No. Already with the Hydrate. Sure, sure. There's only one. There's only one y'all can cash in throughout the whole thing. And that's just because it used to be Hydrate, Hydrate, Hydrate on the channel, so. I just like looking at the cards. I have zero knowledge about the game itself. As long as you're enjoying yourself, Chris, that's fine with me. Is that the Bubble Mew or was that a different set? It's a different set, I believe. Is it? Hold on, let me see. Let me see. I don't think so. I think the box would have been more expensive if that was the case. Yo, they got a Tinkaton EX SIR though. And Chi-Yu and Mousehold, the Mousehold one super. Here, I'll show you guys. Why am I not showing you guys? Oh, hold on. Oh, that's the wrong setting. There we go. Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay. This Mousehold one is really cute. I've seen this before. It's so cute. Are you kidding me? Like, remember, guys, I'm coming at this as a collector, not as like trying to flip cards, because people who do that don't buy sealed product. Yeah, Bubble Mews and Shining Treasures, right? And Shining Treasures, they do have a high-class box. I would be buying that instead of the booster box. High-class boxes have the more guaranteed hits. Let me see this. Raichu. That is so cute. So as a collector, this is the stuff I want. Now this Iono is the star of the show. This card is like $300. Yeah, 280. PSA 10's $560. So that's the one people buy this to get, as if they're guaranteed to get it somehow. And they know they're not. And we all know we're not. So let's see some other good ones from here. Saguaro. Okay. This Tyranitar, though, is the coolest Tyranitar card ever put to print. This is what I want. But I'm not chasing. We're not chasing. I just want you to know that, like, every one of these cards is super dope, but it gets you know, swept under the rug or ignored because it's not like even this Ting Lu card is good. And it's Ting Lu. I mean, the gold one's pretty dope too. And the Fortress. That's the Fortress getting the royal treatment here. We love it. Pineco, look what you grew up into. This Tinkaton though. This Tinkaton is sick. This is so cute. Come on. Now y'all know. You know. I've had a lot of luck with the cute cards lately. It's been cute cards left and right. Sorry, I just wanted to turn down my PC. It's been cute cards left and right. So this Chi-Yu EX SAR is so cool. Any one of these is gonna would look so sick in the Pokédex. So like, yeah. Mousehold is legitimately one of the cutest Pokemon that Game Freak has ever come up with. Much like, yes, absolutely. I do 100% agree. I don't know yet. I have been playing some Pokopia. I don't know if Mousehold is in there, but that would be great. Because then like, because certain building things require a number of Pokemon, but what if you have the 3 or the 4 Mousehold, right? Like, if you assign that one, it counts for 2, 3 or 4, that'd be great. Now, what wasn't there a mistake mentioned? I think there was a mistake mentioned. Yes. That Terrestrial Festival high-class box was too good. So while I was picking this up, I got this. But then I remembered that I had ordered one. It arrives tomorrow. Heh. Tee hee hee. Oh no, I have to open 2 boxes of Terrestrial Festival. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Bray, if you were British, you'd love Top Trump's playing card decks. I have a Star Wars one still if you're over here and want to play. Interesting. I don't like the name, but that's cool. Oh, Shanala, you said you put your hits in the Discord, right? But yeah, that arrives tomorrow along with some other good things. And I need y'all's help. I need y'all's help to keep me from ripping these too fast. I got to make these last a little longer. Picked up a Mega Dreams box yesterday. Huge dud, really? How so? None of the big cards. Well, I think you're guaranteed a secret rare, at least. Not an SAR, though. Yeah, I'll pass on the name. Yeah. Okay, let me see. We need a Pokemon channel. I don't know what's wrong with me. Why haven't I made a Pokemon channel yet? Guess what, Shanala? I'm going to need you to repost those because we now have a channel called the Pokemon Center in the Discord. Oh my goodness. You've been posting? That's sick. Okay, here. I did see this. Shinalo does stream opening these, by the way. Drop Shinalo a follow for that. If you like watching me do it. Oh, the Psyduck. I love the 151 is so good, and I hate that the Snorlax. They're all so good. Nice. I like the Blastoise, and some really nice EXs here. What else we got? Oh my god, I got this one. This is so cute. These are so good, and oh my god, the Mega Starmie is cool. But this Clefairy is really something. That is really cute. And the Sacred Ash is a good card too. I really like full art. I need to show you all the hits that I got from Mega Dreams. But I got to use one multiple times in the games, and it was the other player would always be like, "Oh, dude, you got that out of the packs." I'm like, "Yep." It's very fun. Wow, so many. That Mewtwo is awesome. Is that a Radiant Gardevoir? Galarian Moltres, Leafeon. So many good ones. They're so good. Okay. Having this pair is really cool. Y'all can't really see it because it's cut off on the screen, but that Mewtwo is in action right there. The Mewtwo V-Star is really cool. Wait, so, did you buy these or pull these? Because the Zacian and Zamazenta, pulling both of those is crazy work if you did that. Of course, Hollow Energy all day long. Thank you very much. I love Hollow Energy. Whenever that's what I'm not saying you're giving that to me. I have Hollow Energies. I'm just saying when I get one, that's me. Love a good Hollow Energy. All from the same box? What the heck? What box was this? The Hoopa is dope too. And the Goodra, the Hisuian Goodra is super cute. Palkia and Dialga, right? V-Star Universe High Class Booster Box. Okay. I see one of those at the card show on the 28th. I'm grabbing it. Because, like, this is just fodder to make an amazing Pokedex. That's what that is. There's more. Ah, the Lucario. I love this butterfly. It's so good. Hops Trevenant. Look at this. Yeah. So this was a Mega Dreams. Yep. High class box. Absolutely loaded. Okay. Sick. So, my chair, as much as I appreciate the chair from Fractal, the gas cylinder thing on it sometimes just goes. So if you see me getting shorter, I'm sitting down. I'm the same height. Okay? It's just y'all are moving up. That's what it is. That is such a good haul. Shinala, how do you collect? Still got 3 more boxes to open too. I was getting so tired after 5 hours of stream. Yeah, I know, I've been there. Because you're like, I want to know what's inside of you. Come on, give me your secrets. But then you're like, I'm also asleep. So yeah, I've been there. I'll tell you what, we at the card show, we got to do a pack battle. I did a couple of those in the video. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Glad to hear you had fun yesterday. Too bad the setup involved made it now we're streaming live. It was also short. I mean, 3 20-minute rounds. Also, there was, I mean, it's a different thing than like going to a card show. Like there were kids there, and YouTube is, you have to jump through hoops if you want to have kids in your video, I guess, or stream. I don't know. It's a live stream, but it makes me uncomfortable about posting the video. So the kid was the second round was a kid, and I was like, he was like, am I gonna be on YouTube? I'm like, I'm just letting you know, I can't show you on YouTube, and I don't, you know, just your parents are right there, and they were super cool and they were really nice. But I was like, YouTube is really mean about this kind of stuff. They want a bunch of me to jump through a bunch of hoops. So you're gonna be in the video, but it's gonna be the game that we're playing, and that's how I did it. And it was a camera on me, and then I had like a top-down kind of arm thing that I had a top-down camera for. And everybody was really patient with me because between rounds, I'd have to like figure out where I was going and then go set up there real quick. Like boom, boom, boom. That's there. Boom, boom, boom. This is here. Hi, sorry, I'm recording this. I hope that's okay. Enjoy your lurk party though, Panther. I appreciate it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm excited about all the different opportunities for really cool cards from here, but we're probably that, you know how these go? When they have the 30 packs of 5, there's not a ton of hits like with a high class box. That's this one's job. But yeah, we're getting in some stuff tomorrow. So if I want to, I can go through this. In essence, it's not a ton of packs. It's just I needed something for today. I don't know if I'd have a collecting strategy yet. I basically just bought whatever Japanese box I could find, but I'll 100% get another V-Star box, see if I just got really lucky or not. I mean, might as well. I can't tell you a collector that I've met that hasn't been like, oh, this set treats me better than this set, and everyone says this is bad, but it's great for me, or everyone says this is great and I have terrible luck with it. Like for me, White Flare sucks. Black Bolt was amazing. For some reason, White Flare hates me. So it could be that the Black Bolt that I opened was original product, and the White Flare that I'm opening is reprints with lower hit rates. I wouldn't put that past Pokemon doing that. Who knows? But yeah, Shanola, basically I was asking like, you know, whether it's, so you're not sure yet whether you're doing a Pokédex or if you're trying to collect, I don't know, every, you know, do master sets of certain things. I don't know. It's going to be different for everybody. What makes you happy is going to be different for everybody. So. Okay, yeah, I want to do the Pokédex thing too. Also going to keep a wrapper of each set I open in a little journal. That's really cool. That is cool. One thing I would suggest is like, say I've got, where did I put it? I just had it. Oh, it's here. No, it is here. Like with these, with the high class boxes, you can just keep like this front part, just carefully cut that off, and you have the front parts there, which I think are really nice looking. But they also have these things that are designed to, they're perforated for tearing off. Because the packs, I mean, you're ripping them. You're going to be ripping them. But with the boxes, yeah. I mean, I hate to say it. I love ETBs. It's a big half empty box. Like that's ETBs, but like still. The reprint with lower hit rates is a strong theory. I think it is, yeah. Join the Discord to see the Pokemon cards people pull. There's one just for that, huh? I imagine so. Bone Shock, what's up? Welcome. I have to take my PC to the shop tomorrow. I turned it on, I heard a hissing sound from the back. Also, the power inlet smelled like burnt wire. Yeah, you unplug that thing and you take it in. Just got it last year from iBuyPower. It should still be, they'll probably still cover that under warranty. Angel, I've heard people have an issue with the PC just past their year parts warranty, and iBuyPower has covered it. I can't promise they'll do that, but if you just got it last year, like later in if it hasn't been a full year yet, you are guaranteed a working PC full stop. You might have to ship it to them and pay for the shipping, but it could be cheaper than replacing parts. So okay, this is what I was looking at there, and then there's this dude. Hi. Okay. One sec. Okay. Let's talk about the hits that I got. So there's the deck first, right? Like, oh, this is cool. So I got this thing. Hold on. If I move here, that thing. It's like a case, a case that closes, has these rows and dividers just for your collection, and then it closes up and it's got a handle and it has like little latches on it. It's very cool. But it came with this, and I was like, what is this for? I don't know what this is for because it does not fit cards. And then I saw people at the card show like that. There's certain things you need to play the game, right? That's why they give it to you with an ETB, the coin. And of course I brought this one with me because this is like my error coin that I got. Is that just not, oh, it's not connected. Hold on a second. There we go. Yeah. Even that part that cuts through it is like kind of reflective in a way. See that? Really interesting. So you need this for coin flips, of course. You need a die. Also, you can use these dice for coin flips too. Like, what are the odds is tails, even is heads. Oh, and it just rolled away. There you go. Heads. I got a few of those from different sets that I like, and these are damage counters. So like, okay, I do 20 damage to your active Pokemon. There you go. You just put that on there. Oh, okay, 30 more damage. Okay, cool. Now it's 50, you know. So yeah, and these are your status indicators, poison or burn. Yeah, so you need these things. And I just had a little baggie, and I'll just dump it out into the thing, and I was like, I didn't prepare for this. But I didn't realize I had prepared for it because I bought this, or at least it came with that case. So I was like, and it's black and purple. This is super dope because the case is black and purple. So yeah, just want to show that real quick. But so this is a deck box I got from Vault X a while back. There are 2 decks in here currently. The 40 card pre-release Perfect Order deck and the Gardevoir EX deck that I went through with you guys when I made that little video for it. But this is my, oops. Come on out. Come on out. Don't be shy. I guess when it's really full, it's a little hard to get them out of there, but. There we go. Here, let me. I normally have everything sorted a certain way, but like, yeah. My first PC was an iBuyPower, and they were super helpful when I had an issue. Their service is really good. Like consistently. Oh yeah, the pop, that's just, yeah. So this is a, hold on, let me get out this, let me find the stamped one. This is 40 cards here, so. It's a superior deck. There it is. There is the stamped promo holo that came with the build and battle box. But yeah, it's a superior deck. So you have so many Snivy, Servine, Superior, so that you can, so you can do that. It also has these special energies for the different types of energy that will have a secondary effect, and these are really cool. I actually, the way that I beat my opponent in the third round, the way that I beat my opponent's Tyrantrum was that he thought he was getting my Servine and taking it out, but because of this, I had 20 extra HP. That's the secondary effect. So he was 20 HP away from getting me. And I was like, nope, I ain't dead. And also, so there's a strategy here, right? So there's a card, and this is the full art that I got, by the way. That was what I got out of the Build and Battle box, out of one of the packs. A full art Rose's Encouragement. The reason this was awesome, other than it just being a cool card in general, was that this is kind of central to the whole strategy. And if you read the Servine card, you'll see why. So the effect that Rose's Encouragement has is, well, first off, you can only use this if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, meaning you're losing, basically. Because the way it works is when you start the game, you put a certain number of prize cards out of your deck without looking at them to the side. And if you beat your opponent's Pokemon, one of them, you get a prize card. And then you add that to your hand. Well, if your opponent has fewer than you, they are beating you. So then you can use Rose's Encouragement, and it's Rosa encouraging you, like, hey, you can do it, or whatever. The effect is that I can attach up to 2 base energy cards from my discard pile to one of my Stage 2 Pokemon. This is a Stage 2 Pokemon. You have your, I know I'm getting into the weeds here, but I'm so excited about this. It's a really fun game, okay? So you put down your basics. If you have a Pokemon that says basic on it, that is a basic Pokemon, and you can just play it just like that. However, that has some of them have an evolution. This is a Stage 1 Pokemon. So it's a Stage 1 evolution. And then you have your Stage 2 evolution, a fully evolved Pokemon. So that's a Stage 2. It says so right there. And it says what it evolves from. So if you've ever seen those stages in basic and you've wondered what that's about, that's what it's about. But so a lot of these have 2 attacks, or it'll have an ability and 1 attack. This one has an attack. It's called Regal Command. It does 20 damage for each of my Pokemon in play. Think about that. If I have, 5 Pokemon on my bench and 1 in the active spot, well, that would be 120 damage. And that only takes 1 leaf energy. Now, 3 leaf energy for Solar Coiling. This is 100 plus. So what does the plus mean? If Rose's Encouragement is in your discard pile, which it goes there after you use it, this attack does 150 more damage. 250 damage in 1 attack. Notice Superior has 160 health, like HP. Like that's 250 is huge. It's pretty big for a non-EX or non-Mega EX or whatever. Also, the Tyrantrum was weak to leaf energy attacks. So it had 360 health because it had a special energy on it, like this one. I still demolished it with 500 damage. It was freaking epic. The game is so much fun. And I think in that game was where I really started to I was smiling ear to ear, having a great time. Everybody was so welcoming. It was so much fun. So it was really cool. I had a few cards that I was like, oh, I know I have one of those in like a reverse holo or something. So I've swapped them out in here after I got back. I know I put in some energies as well, but see, there's the standard Rose's Encouragement card. There it is. There you go. Maybe we'll do a stream sometime where I just do some mock play of the game or something like that. It could be fun. I don't know. Oh, I thought I had. Didn't I put holo energies in here? Because I know I had a few. Maybe I didn't put them into... I need to count this out. It might not be all 40 cards. No, I guess it's not all 40 cards. Okay, I need to see where I put those. Oh, no, it was this set. This is the Gardevoir EX set. I haven't swapped out any energies there with the hollow ones that I've gotten. So this is that Gardevoir EX set that I got from that box that I showed you guys, of course. I already put back the Lumineon V that I got from this set that was an actual add-on to the Pokédex. I love this Radiant Greninja that I got out of that. It is so sick. It's like textured in certain parts. It's really cool. Radiant cards are really cool. But lots of Ralts, which is a basic, and then Corellia, which is stage 1, and then that's how you get Gardevoir EX on the field. It evolves from Corellia. This was an infamous deck. This deck wrecked shop for like 3 years, and they're like cycling it out now. I'm like, oh, good. Right after I got it. Neat. So I had like a reverse hollow Arven. So I just popped that in there for the Arven cards that I already had. I had a couple reverse hollow Boss's Orders. So I mixed in one Corbeau Boss's Orders and then the Gestis one. So the card I'm talking about, where it's like there's an Iono card in Clay Burst, that's like the biggest card. It's one of these, but it's an SAR. Like Pokerboat with, yeah, you got 2 pair, but so do I. Like with Mega Plus Wild card. I can tell you're not a Pokemon player. Yes, yes. I'm not sure if I... So one thing that makes me sad is I have a Chinese nest ball with the gem stamp on it. Actually, a somewhat slightly valuable card, but I can't play it because in North America, they really... In official tournament play, they only allow you to use English cards. But I was talking to someone about it, and they were like, well, just use it in local play. That's awesome. You should use that in local play. I was like, okay, sure. And then there's my Professor's Research, Pokeball Professor's Research. These are so sick. Like, you can see the texture this thing has on it. And I have a couple of those. And then just a reverse hollow one. Reverse hollow rare candies. A couple Ultra Balls. I didn't have enough to cover all 4 that it wants you to have in the deck. Then I swapped an energy for this. I pulled this from Perfect Order. This is another hit that I got. A full hollow telepathic energy, which is one of those special energies. I said they have side effects, or additional effects. This one, when you attach this card from your hand to a Pokemon, search your deck for up to 2 basic, to a psychic Pokemon. Search your deck for up to 2 basic psychic Pokemon and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. So if I have this attached to, just to give you an idea of what that means, say I have this attached to a Gardevoir EX, right? Because you need to have, for the attack, you need to have 2 psychic and 1 colorless energy, right? Or any, that means any energy, I guess. I think. No, it's colorless energy. I guess there needs to be some in this deck if there aren't already. That means I can go searching for 2 basic psychic Pokemon and put them on the bench. You can have up to 5 Pokemon on your bench and 1 active Pokemon. Anyways, whatever. There we go. I hope that interests y'all a little bit, but it's a way to basically build an army. It's crazy. With just an energy card. Like, it's pretty cool. But of course, I put my hollow energy, my hollow psychic energies into this. And I'm going to do the same with the green ones, the leaf energy in the other deck. But this one has so many swirls in it. About these cosmic hollow patterns, in the big print thing that they have for it, you get swirls randomly in it. And I think I have a leaf energy one that has like 3 swirls in 1 card. It's crazy. But these are all hollow energies here. And then I have, of course, after those, the basic ones. Hollow or foil or whatever you want to call them. Well, that one's hollow. And so is this one. Anyways. So the whole thing is, when you're watching someone opening cards, opening packs, and they get this, and they're like, oh, it's a Pokeball, but it's just a Professor's Research. And they throw, like, that looks awesome when you're playing the game. Just on the play mat, in your zone here, wherever you have everything set up. Having stuff like this and just like, bam, Professor's Research is so fun. It's like makes it more fun. It's kind of a baller move. These are things that I picked up from watching Purple Cliff. when he's ripping packs. Because I like when he's doing even these videos, even if these videos are like, I got 200 packs of blah, blah, like share the wealth, man. Like those are packs that could have gone to some kid who's trying to collect. But the way that Purple Cliff does it is he's educating as he goes. Like he's the reason I know that Dawn and he'll just all these different cards are really good for plays, because he'll start going into as he pulls. He's like, no. I know it's just a regular card, but no, this is a hit for me because this is great. You can use it for blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yep, thank you. That's awesome to know. So I like this deck box because it basically holds both a tournament like 60 card deck and then the smaller 40 card deck. And it holds it all very securely. So secure that I was having trouble getting it out earlier. With a divider. So Vaultex, y'all made a really nice deck box. It's nice. I like it. It's all magnetic too. So let's go over what's in here, because you saw that Rosa's encouragement, right? Well, I had at the end, I had four more packs to rip, because, and some of these cards in here are from the initial 3 packs I got from the box. But this is all the rest of the cards that weren't going to be in the deck. So the big hit that I got was a Talonflame illustration rare. I have this in Japanese already, which I got from Nihil Zero, I think. But now I love getting the card in multiple languages. That's super cool. And this is just a gorgeous card. Looking through some of these, there's a lot of commons and uncommons, and trainer cards. When I say trainer card, it can be a Pokemon tool that you attach to a Pokemon. It can be an item that you just use. You just use an item. It can be a supporter, which you can use 1 supporter card per turn, or a stadium, which you just put out and it affects gameplay for both players. And the stadium effects remain until someone replaces it with a different stadium. Oh, Jockey Boy, you got the new PC. How's it running? How's that going for you? See, so like Rosa's encouragement, the one I was talking about before, is a supporter card. An Ultra Ball is an item. It allows you to discard 2 cards from your hand and go search for whatever Pokemon you want from your entire deck, what's left of it. And then you have to reshuffle your deck, but you're like, I absolutely need another Snivy, or I need that, whatever. You can go get that Pokemon. And then these are just Pokemon that I got that, because I filmed everything, I'm going to have to add this to the Pokedex after once I get to this in chronological order. I think I already had a turn here, though. But anyways, these are all going to be the same as Nihil Zero. So I have a lot of these already. Oh, by the way, the Talonflame, the regular Talonflame card, is a Shinji Kanda. Sonic EX, Sonic XE, what's up? Welcome. Been a minute. How you been? Vaultex seems like they make really good stuff, good quality stuff. They do. They really do. Like Shanala, here's one thing I would say about your Pokedex. Maybe hold off until Gen 10 comes around, so you know how many cards your binder needs to fit in it. Because right now, we're at 1,025 Pokemon. My Pokédex binder holds 1,088 cards. That's not going to be enough. I don't know what I'm going to do. Buy a bigger binder, I guess. And I'm thinking Vaultex is going to make the same kind of binder, but with a couple more pages, just to cover their bases on that. Or like a dream, it's at Ryzen 5 X3D, and the 9060 XT 16 gig compared to my old GT 710 is, yeah, that's a big upgrade. Congrats. That's awesome. Oh, this Aromatisse is beautiful too. That's a really, really cool card. I like that. Binacle, Staryu, Aegislash was another deck that you could get, and this deck was crazy because the stage 1 was seemingly more powerful than the stage 2. As in, it's like saying Corellia is more powerful than Gardevoir, the final evolution, right? But man, the kid who I played in the second round had the Aegislash deck and did not upgrade to Aegislash. Left Doublade out there as the active Pokemon, and it was crazy work. It was really good. Amara is so cute. Very cute Pokemon, cute card. Rowlet, you can use Rowlet in this. So here's an interesting thing, right? On most of these that I've shown you, where you have stage 1, you have basic, stage 1, and stage 2, right? Well, there are fossil Pokemon where it's different. So Amara is not a basic Pokemon. It's a stage 1 that evolves from a trainer card that is a fossil. What's crazy about that is that you can play this as an item. So you can get it as if you're putting out another. Well, I mean, you can put out as many Pokemon as you want, like on your bench, but yeah. Oh, I had it right there, actually, right behind it. It turns into this. Instead of being a basic into a stage 1, it's an item into a stage 1. So whenever I was like, oh, that poop fossil or whatever, that's Tyrant. It turns not Tyrant. Turns into Tyrantrum basically at stage 2. So yeah. And that's the normal cards I got. Let's look at the reverse holos and holos. Got 2 of the Voltex XL ones to hold a total of 1,200 or something close to that. Okay. Yeah, the one I use is a Voltex double XL that holds 1,088. But don't go getting that because that's what they're going to probably adjust to fit the full Pokédex later. Jockey, happy to help. Absolutely. And thank you, Steve. Yes, we are going to need a bigger binder. So probably one of my favorites was this Gengar. And I was just chatting with some of the guys afterwards, and we were kind of going through the cards we had gotten. He was like, let me see that Gengar. And he was like reading it. And it's just so cool to see someone who's like, oh, Gengar, more money. No, and it's not. It's just a regular holo. But he was like, let me read it. And I was like, is it good? He's like, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Gengar, Scatterbug, Chien-Pao holo. I'm off center, sorry. Shaman reverse, a potion. I always like to get, like I said, reverse. I got a reverse holo of these energies. So they have holos and reverses of these growing energies or whatever they are. Aurorus is another one that you can build a deck around. And that's what I was showing you. That fossil that turns into, that turns into eventually Aurorus. Such a cool Pokemon. Got a couple Dedenes. I've thought about sorting these. I guess I just chose not to do that. Another Gengar, but a reverse, a Bunnelby. I got a full holo Rocky Energy. This is what you would want to use for Tyrantrum. Diggersby. There's the Tyrantrum. This is the one that gets absolutely crazy. That was one of the other decks, was a Tyrantrum deck. And I pulled one of the cards. So, Matisse reverse. This is the Jaw Fossil that evolves into Tyrunt, and it is Tyrunt. I was correct about that. Luxio, Haunter, and Rowlet. Bam. Oh, I also got this Meowth EX. That's right. That was another hit there. Meowth EX. So that's what I got, along with that Talonflame. But we are going to be doing a booster box. I should be getting that on Tuesday. So in just a couple days. I'm excited. And on Tuesday, there's also, like I said, another pre-release mini tournament thing, and I really want to keep playing. But the fact that I was able to get this, plus extra packs, plus the more I play at these places, the more they will prioritize me when new products come out. They're straight up about that. They're like, we prioritize our players. So all I got to do is play the game, but not just to get stuff. It was fun. I had a great time. And I think it'll show. In the video, I get more and more invested. Been working a lot. Still a console peasant trying to save money to build a computer you assisted with. Oh, okay. I wish you hadn't waited. The market is awful now. Like global shortages, massive global shortages. This is why I asked before I help someone, like, hey, when are you planning on making your purchase? So yeah, it's probably the industry is probably, there's a reason I'm talking so much about Pokemon right now. It's going to be probably at least a year, maybe a year and a half before the market rights itself. And it could be longer. We don't know. We don't know. We'd be guessing at that point. 1 second, please. Hey, boss man, I got my buddy to fill out your form. Think you can help us? Is that Leplin? Welcome. Sure. So should I watch that Detective Pikachu? It's Detective Pikachu. Yes, you should. It is fun. There's some there's a lot of Pokemon that really translated well to sort of the realistic look. There's a lot of them that did not as well. You need to be prepared for that. There's some creepy Pokemon in there. Poor Ludicolo. Yeah, I heard one thing led to another. I just couldn't afford. I feel you. It's all right. It happens, and you can still purchase a PC. I mean, the thing about it is, if you're trying to build it yourself, that market is like it's gone bye-bye. Like DIY is so incredibly hard right now. It's still possible. It's still possible. Do not, like, it's just you have to, as long as you understand that you'll be getting less for your money. That's just the market right now. That's just, it's, and you can thank AI for that. And also NVIDIA, like, let's not put it all on AI, but like the manufacturers of these things who bought into it. So yeah. And like Micron and Samsung and SK Hynix, the memory companies. I might buy a pre-built if it's cheaper. It very likely would be. A whole page for Jesse and James. Oh, I came with the idea of dedicating a page of the binder to Jesse and James and the Pokemon they've had over the generations. That's really cool. That would take more than a page, I think. There's a lot of cool Jesse and James cards out there. You'll want to be careful though. Jesse and James obviously have been part of the whole narrative since the beginning. So there's some old sets that have Jesse and James cards that can be very expensive to rip. So just be willing to buy singles instead. Why does it keep happening? Okay. Okay. Okay, Azed Leplin, I see someone did fill out the form, but I don't see you here. Are you sure you submitted it? It just says Big Man. And I haven't seen anybody in chat matching that name, so. I feel like the PC market is gone. It's not gone. It's just, it's there. It's just not good. Nick Henry, W4L. What's up? Welcome. Hey, boss man. I filled the PC form out to see what the best man for the job could see as to what I could afford. Okay, that's two people saying boss man, Azed Leplin and Nick Henry. Nobody named Big Man. So are you sure you filled out the form and submitted it properly? Big Man is my friend. He's in the chat. Okay, I haven't seen anybody with the username Big Man. I'm Big Man, but for some reason, my name isn't the same. Okay. So it's good to type in chat and say hi or something before you submit the form. And the reason is this. Hold on a second. If we want to avoid confusion like that, the reason is this. On the form, it says right here, it's like, hey, this needs to match. What I'm seeing in chat needs to match what it says in the form. It leads to a lot of confusion otherwise. There's even helpful pictures here and stuff. But hey, that's how it goes. It happens a lot of the time. Yeah, and I don't know if it's an all over YouTube thing, but for some reason, people's chosen nicknames don't appear in chat anymore. It's weird, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. So okay, so Nick Henry -W4L. That's you? I don't usually do this, but I'll change the name here for you. it really doesn't like back when you know, people could buy PCs more easily, so I had more people in here to get help, and it was a lot busier. There was a risk of someone wanting to skip the line and claiming, oh, that person's not responding. Oh, hey, that's me. That's me. You know what I mean? Oh, but my budget changed. Oh, but I'm not going to be streaming, that kind of stuff. So that was why I made that rule and sort of laid it out in the form really clearly, but it's fine. So we're looking for a pre-built PC, 1440p gaming. What is the actual maximum budget for your PC? And I'm not talking about a range. Like, don't tell me like, oh, somewhere around, I need a hard number that you're willing to go up to in price for your PC. Like $1,430 or something. Whatever the actual number is that you're willing to spend on the PC. Like it says in the form, I emphasize the word maximum a whole lot so that it doesn't change halfway through and then I have to start from scratch, right? So what is that maximum budget? $1,250. Okay, I'll tell you. $1,250 5-6 months ago would easily have gotten you a 1440p gaming machine. As I was explaining earlier, with global shortages happening, you might be looking at better 1080p performance, not 1440p. If you want higher frame rates, essentially. 1440p, if you're saying like, hey, as long as I get 60 FPS, I'm happy, sure. Let me ask you this. What kind of games are you looking to play on the PC? If it's ones that are super easy to run, like, oh, I want to get into Rocket League, then yeah, the 1250 should be fine. But also, I don't know that I would do Micro Center, because if you go to Micro Center and we do a custom PC for them to build for you, because if you're going to go to Micro Center and you have a certain budget, you would just go there, say, here's my budget, give me the best you can get. And then bam, you have a PC, right? When I do Micro Center, it's the custom build, the custom builder. Well, if you do that, the build fee is $250 cut out of your budget. Bam, just like that. YouTube has switched to giving user account names. They say it's to help moderators. Everyone I know, it's a pain in the butt. Yeah, it's meant to stop people using multiple accounts when banned. It doesn't. Figures. Wow. Amazing that all it does is annoy people and doesn't fulfill the purpose they actually wanted it to. Crazy. So what I would do is probably to maximize this, you go to a price to performance high volume seller of PCs, right? One of the bigger companies that sell PCs. And I'm not talking about Dell or HP. I'm still talking about a PC that's going to be built out of off-the-shelf components that you can easily take to a local place or do it yourself to repair or upgrade, replace parts. Yeah. Rocket League, Arc Raiders, Helldivers 2, Battlefield 6. Okay. As you went through there, the demands on the PC went higher, right? So like Rocket League in 1440p, yes. Battlefield 6 is apparently very demanding, but let's see what's out there. Also, we might give Micro Center a try, but first I want to check if there's any really good deals that popped up at the place that has been fighting against prices the longest, that is Skytech. For like, as things were getting bad, Skytech was like keeping prices good for as long as possible. Unfortunately, you won't be able to use that $50 off coupon because it's under $1,400, but let's just go to pre-built gaming PCs and give it our budget. I do have coupon codes though, so. Oh, there's a March 100 coupon. That should take $100 off. Let's raise the budget a little bit. We'll see what we can do. Sheesh. Okay. Let me see what you said here. You are interested in upgrading your CPU over time. Good. So that's how we're looking at it, right? We'll look at it as you're going to get the PC and be able to upgrade the CPU over time. So you want a foundation, a good foundation, right? You want it in black, not too much RGB, sure. This is probably our best bet right here. Now, with the games you're talking about, You're looking at competitive gaming, higher refresh rates, or not higher refresh, higher frame rates, all that kind of stuff. In the same price bracket, a 9060 XT 16 gig is going to do better than something like a 5060 or even a 5060 Ti 8 gig for sure. So and that's in raw frame rates and such. So the downside for me here is this: 16 gigs DDR5 6000. That is how this is affordable with a Ryzen 7 7700 and a 9060 XT. Now this Ryzen CPU, you would later on be able to upgrade that to a 9800X 3D if you're really trying to get those frame rates up in like 1080p gaming or in competitive gaming, right? The 9060 XT 16 gig though is a pretty rad GPU. It is. You're looking at a 650 watt 80 plus gold power supply. So if you're eventually going to upgrade the GPU to something bigger, you would need to upgrade the power supply. However, that is a fairly inexpensive upgrade, and it's just unplug the things that are plugged in and then plug the new cables into the same place. Basically, you like take a picture. Okay, there's a 24 pin. It's a little hard to get out, but cool. And then you have your 8-pin CPU power. Okay. Another one's going to go there. You just repeat what you undid, essentially. And yeah, there are some really affordable, very high quality power supplies. It's, you know, it's just a thing you would have to do. And you want to consider that. But it's a good looking PC. And for $12.99 before discounts, what was the discount again? I thought I opened this in a new tab. That's unfortunate. High to low. We were at about $14.50 or so. 1400 is like the maximum here. This was the one right here. So immediate shipping and coupon March 100 is applicable. So I know this says $12.99. That is more than the amount that you typed in chat of $12.50, right? But check this out. So if we go here, it's on the 1-year standard warranty. You can extend that if you want to. You do get a free controller with this. Let's add this to cart. There'll be something else in the cart I got to get rid of. There it is. Okay. Let me proceed to check out. Check this out. March 100. Oops, 100. My keyboard's all the way off to the side here. There you go. It's $100 off. And then you can stack discount codes, and I've got one. SWARM, Swarm. That's another $39 off. My discount scales with the price of the system, and this is a lower priced system. So it's a smaller discount, but that makes your overall discount almost $140, making this PC $1160.99 with free shipping, and it ships immediately. There you go. Random Watcher 12. Hey man. Yo, Zach, is that you? I have a question. How likely is 5070 Ti or 5070 to melt? It's not gonna melt. That's always on the 5090s because they're pulling near the limit of 600 watts. That cable's limited 600 watts. They try to pull 575 like at peak. That's before all the OCing and all that stuff that the add-in board partners do. A 5070 Ti pulls like less than half of that in wattage. You're fine. I've been running a 5070 Ti in this streaming PC for, I think, a year now or something. And I leave it on a lot. I do things like I put it through its paces. I've stress tested it. Never a problem. Am I saying you have a perfect GPU that'll never have an issue? No. Everything that runs electricity through it will eventually have a problem. That's how entropy works. But you should be fine. I live close to the Columbus Micro Center. I mean, the thing is, if we wanted to do something like this at Micro Center, with the fact that it's $250 for them to put it together for you, if you're looking at a budget that's like a few grand, or like if it's higher or whatever, that becomes a smaller percentage of your overall budget. But that would be nearly a quarter of your budget just for the build fee. And they don't even give you a warranty with that. Whereas with this, you have at least a year of solid warranty that you can extend because we are $100 under budget. with free shipping. So yeah. Do you think 5070 Ti is worth it? Worth what? If it's $900 or $1,000, not really, but that's what they're, if you can find one, they're going for that or higher. I'd ask because I've seen someone 5070 being melted. So I was just curious. Thank you, bro. They must have done something wrong. Usually the melting thing, if it's not a 5090, it's really just they didn't plug it in all the way. Yeah. And to my other people in chat who are reading that, understand that you should not take something someone literally named Random Watcher said and say, oh my God, I heard that all the 5070 Ti's are melting. It's literally someone randomly in chat saying, I know a guy whose 5070 melted. This is how stuff like that spreads because they didn't give us any background on that, anything to, and just, you know, it's like reading Wikipedia and seeing citation needed. You got to take that with a grain of salt. But that's how stuff like that spreads. Saying stuff and not backing it up. Or with just no context. You know? Been using AMD for most of the time and was wondering about moving to NVIDIA. It's a tough time right now. Everything is overpriced. AMD too. AMD too. So, I mean, yeah. Okay. I got Pizza Hut. Like the whole restaurant? Congratulations on the new business venture. PC market ain't gone. The problem is that PCs were already a luxury item. Now they're getting on par with luxury brands. Yeah, you might as well just have Supreme stamped over every PC. Now, for sure, one of them definitely melted. Your Pizza Hut? I'm kidding. It's okay. Micro Center also has good pre-builts. I mean, we can look. We'll see. You know what? Let's go look and see if they can beat this one for 1160. Like I said, if you want one of their pre-configured, pre-built systems, you can go into Micro Center and just say, I have this much money dollars. What's the best one I can get? And then you're usually going to be fine. You don't need my help for that, really. But I'll look at it. I can at least maybe keep you from getting something that they have that they'll say is good. Oh, yeah. Yay, AI. And might not be. Micro Center's pretty good, though. Like, they're usually pretty good about that stuff. But yeah, if it's Lenovo or HP or Dell, stay far, far away. Dell. Okay. It's not my most popular. What do I care if something's... Does popular mean good, guys? Does popular mean good? I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. It just means they sold it really well. Yeah. The only thing around your budget is a Dell Tower Plus. Sounds rad. Oh, wait. That's my bad. I'm at the wrong location. Stop popping up on my screen. I'm at the wrong location. Your location was... Columbus. Ah, see? Glad I caught that. Hopefully Columbus has more, so we can at least look and compare something. Honestly, I used to glaze Micro Center all the time. Not as so much anymore. I don't feel like... I mean, they're good. They have really, really cool people working there. That's the best thing that Micro Center has is their staff. They used to have the best inventory, but like now it's like kind of like just everybody else, kind of rough. Let's see if they got something. What do you got? Dell Tower Plus. It's the 5060 Ti, but it's the 8 gig. That will underperform compared to this one. That's half of the VRAM, and it's more expensive. It does have more RAM, but it is slower RAM. Plenty of games will run just fine on 16 gigs. Just don't try playing Escape from Tarkov. Until the devs of Escape from Tarkov decide to actually fix the memory leak issue. HP Omen. 5060 Ti 16 gig. This one's better, but it's also HP Omen. Like, I don't recommend, and it's also refurbished. Like, so it's an open box. See, the one that's not open box, 5060 8 gig. And they don't even tell you the specs on the RAM, just that there's 32 gigs of it, which is important to know, I guess. MSI codecs R2, 14th gen Intel, not, that's a nope. You want to be able to upgrade your CPU? That's not the way to go. Now, this could have been really good. The 5060, though, is like way below the 9060 XT 16 gig in performance. The base, though, the 7500X3D is awesome. But the better option here is to just go buy a 75 or 7600X3D and upgrade your system with that. Just the CPU. Eventually. But yeah, you can tell with us going lower in price, you're going to be getting a lower performance GPU, lower performance CPU, all that kind of stuff. With some of the games you were talking about playing, I'm confident you can play in 1440p with this system here. To be fair, my fancy gaming laptop broke, so I'm back to using my Dell laptop, like 10 years old. I mean, yeah, if it's a laptop, sure, get a Dell, get a Lenovo. They're fine. They're laptops. For desktops, though, like everything in this PC here is going to be an off-the-shelf component. It is an ATX motherboard, ATX power supply. It's all compatible with all different. It's just a standard AM5 sockets for mounting the cooler. Just all those things are all the standard things. So this is what I'm recommending. It didn't look like your Columbus Micro Center really had much going for them. I would say that the open box could be a good deal, but I don't know what kind of warranty you get with open box. And like I'm not an Intel hater, by the way. The Core Ultra 7 265F isn't my favorite. I would have preferred a 265K. So this is not overclockable and doesn't have the onboard video. That's okay. It's a budget PC, right? And that's still going to be 20 cores. So if you're aiming to do more than gaming, I would say this one would be a better option. But what you do is, if you get this one instead, the one downside to this system is the 16 gigs of DDR5. Even if it's faster, like it's a downside because the other one has more. Not in anything on its own, but just because the other one has more. So with that in mind, once the market rights itself in a year and a half or two or whatever, upgrade your RAM when it's affordable to do so. RAM is one of the easier upgrades you can possibly do. Like it's up there with storage in how easy it is to upgrade. Speaking of storage, this has 1 terabyte Gen 4 M.2 drive. This one has what? 1 terabyte Gen 4. It's the same on the storage, although we don't know exactly what storage drive it is. Why is my PC making an awful racket? Because it's Adele. I think Adele has a lovely voice. Are you kidding me? Come on. I can't sing like that. Also, yes, this is more RAM, but it is slower RAM at 5,600 megatransfers per second instead of 6,000. Now, this is an Intel CPU, so it won't be as negatively affected as an AMD GPU would, a CPU would. The AMD CPUs are more picky about what RAM you get. Intel's just like, hey, I'm just here for a good time. Whatever RAM you got is fine with me. I'm not picky. I got jump scared by an ad. My sub just ran out and Twitch did not waste a damn minute giving me ads. Fine. Here. God. Complaining. Jeez. Yeah, I know that guy. There you go, Natty. Oh, you did. We all saw it. We all know what happened. Right, chat? We know what we know what that was about. It's okay. Twitch has been waiting to give you an ad. Of course, that's how it works. Okay. Well, hey, feel free to give me feedback anytime now. Nick, whenever you feel like it. This is a back and forth conversation. I am trying to help out here. I haven't heard from you in like a little while. I'm just yapping. Shanala, I hope you're keeping that sub for Natty topped up, by the way. The sub to you. You are, right? I mean, you don't want Natty to get mad. Natty, stop yelling at me. I got you your sub. Stop yelling. Oh, that's funny. I'm just kidding. I'm right here. I made that joke before you did. Well, okay. I guess I'm just going to put a link to this one. In chat for you. And your codes. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess give that information. I mean, I could have said like, all right, thanks for the help. I have to go. It was just like X out. Okay. There you go. You guys can also tell me if I'm ever helping you out. It's totally normal to be like, hey, I only have so much time, but like, I would love some help on this. You know, it's okay. I didn't even get that distracted in that one. I'm impressed with myself right now. But okay, forum is open in case anyone actually needs help with a PC. I do appreciate it when y'all are like, well, I can fill out a form for fun. I don't want y'all have to understand. I do like anonymously collect just statistical information, and we don't want to warp that with just like, oh, let's build a $6,000 PC, and then suddenly my charts think, yo, there's more people with $5,000 plus this year. Wow. So we don't want to do that. That's another reason I don't like doing that. What's a PC with a little laser thing that can put us in the Tron world? Does it need 4 sticks of... Huh? Steve, Tron was like in the 70s or something, or early 80s. I don't remember when the movie came out. So like, if you told them, do you need 4 sticks of, you need 128 gigs of RAM? They'd be like, how do you even use that much RAM? What would you need that for? Okay, but there we go. We got to help somebody out. All right. Still at about 40% for people who want to do streaming. 40% is massive. And 30% for video editing and content creation. Oh, Bryce, since we talking PCs, after your next pack opening, you want to check out that PC I DM'd you? Oh, yeah. We'll check that out. I have a question still. Okay. Zed, what's up? Just a moment. Zed, go on. Whenever, yeah, whenever you got it, go for it. I saw Tron Cinemas in the 80s. Okay, so it's as old as I am then. There you go. But yeah, they'd be like, what the hell? What would you do with 128 gigs of RAM? That's crazy. I got an open box deal at Micro Center. Zed, I wouldn't necessarily recommend a 14th gen Intel system to anybody. I don't know. Just look up 14th gen issues. That 14 at the beginning of the CPU. Yeah. You need to make sure you're on the latest BIOS. The latest BIOS. So you need to go in and update the BIOS for the motherboard. Because if it's the original BIOS, it's likely gonna eat up that processor and cause it permanent physical damage. I went through that myself with 14th gen, and it is no fun. 2500 for that deal is it's good. It's just the platform is a platform that's a couple years old. So, and it also had issues. The kind of issues that even though Intel has currently a really solid platform, people are still hating on it because that's how bad 13th and 14th gen were in terms of problems. Yeah, I read about it. Yes, and double check the BIOS and it's all up to date. Well, good. So that basically you cannot upgrade the CPU in that system. You can't. There's no higher end CPU than the 14900KF other than the 14900KS. And the performance difference is going to be so minuscule. Yeah. Now, because you didn't tell me anything about what you're wanting to do with it, I can't tell you whether or not it's a problem that you have the F-SKU processor, but if you're trying to edit video, that is the wrong processor. Like if you're trying to do content creation, you don't want the F-SKU because it can't do quick sync in Adobe Premiere Pro or anything like that. Machiavelli, what's up? Finally got my PC back from Micro Center after they replaced the bad RAM. If you remember, I paid $350 for 96 gigs last August. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's an $1,100 kit of RAM now, and you got it replaced for free. That's why if you get a PC from Micro Center, understand that their warranty sucks unless you spend extra money on the warranty. And I think it was like it was like $250 for the warranty, right? Yeah, worth it. All right, time to make Pokemon content. But yeah, Zed, it's a decent deal. It's just, and it wouldn't be too bad for you to like just get a CPU and motherboard, right? But here's the thing that I don't know about that system that wasn't listed. Oh, it's 6,000. Never mind. So that's the DR5. I do edit with DaVinci. Is the KF going to make that much of a difference? Let me see. Okay, do you have the studio version of DaVinci? Yeah, basically, here's what it means. The K is fine. That just means it's unlocked and overclockable, okay? The F is the problem. That means it does not have an integrated GPU in the CPU. And one of the things QuickSync does is it lets your dedicated GPU work with your CPU's graphics processing and shares a load, and it makes scrubbing through a timeline super fast and all that. But whether it's whether DaVinci can use that, well, first off, you have to have Studio. Okay, then Studio can use your GPU. Still trying to find a solid answer on whether DaVinci. Let's see. Yeah. If you're using DaVinci Resolve, enabling QuickSync can significantly speed up your rendering times, especially for H.264 and H.265. Yeah, so you can, QuickSync does also help in DaVinci Resolve as well. So that's not going to be able to function. It'll still work. Like, you'll still be able to edit video. If you've already been doing it, you'll probably notice it's going to be an improvement over whatever you had. It's just the F-SKU CPUs don't have integrated graphics. So essentially, you don't have access to that feature. I would not go out and buy a 14900K at this point, though. I mean, just for that feature. Essentially, what I would do if I was you is I would plan on, once they launch, is it Nova Lake? Once they launch the next generation, full generation of Intel CPUs, plan on upgrading your CPU and motherboard to the new one. And for the love of everything that is good, okay, do not get an F-SKU processor. Do not do that. Because then you'll be able to use QuickSync. Plus, they're speculating that, or it's been rumored and somewhat leaked, that the next one, you have a 24-core processor right now. It's been leaked that the next flagship Intel CPU is going to be a 52-core monster CPU for a consumer desktop CPU. Yeah. 16 are going to be performance cores. You currently have 8 performance cores. 16 performance cores. So run what you got right now. Just understand that, like, there's still some mild risk when you're running 14th gen Intel. Just keep up with. The reason people tell you to update the BIOS is to get the latest microcode. But we're working off of Intel's word here that the microcode is fixed. So, yeah, 52 corns. I mean, we think about it, it's not a lot of corn. How many kernels are on one cob? I don't know. Yeah, I do have a chart. Yes, these are from people who fill out the form. None of this is personal info from anybody. It's just like, I mean, I guess I could tell like how many people are closer to Fairfax and Tustin rather than, say, Brentwood, Montana for Micro Center, right? But that doesn't have anybody's name or personal info. The budget thing is the one that gets messed with the most because people will put in like 1,000 to 1,500 is my budget. And I'm like, what's your maximum budget? 1,750. Then you're not in the right place here. But yeah. How difficult will it be to make that upgrade in the future? I mean, you could pay Micro Center to do it. It really comes down to the cost of the parts and then whatever service fee Micro Center charges you. So just ask Micro Center, hey, what's the fee for swapping out CPU and motherboard? Everything else stays the same. And they'll tell you, oh, that'll be $250 or whatever. But if you're editing video to the point where you're like maybe making a little money off of it, it could be worth it for you because time is money. It would mean way faster work in that. So yeah. And also, Intel's tired of hearing that they don't have the fastest gaming CPUs. They are coming out with their own answer to 3D V-Cache. So we can't, like, AMD right now is just resting on their laurels. They could have released a 16-core 3D V-Cache chip with X3D on both chiplets. They were working on that. They didn't do that. They're on top. It doesn't matter. This is what happens, though. This happened to Intel with 11th gen. And then they 10th and 11th gen. They were like, yeah, we're on top with gaming. We don't need to go to we can stay on 14 nanometer. We're fine. And then AMD's like, hey, we're going to go ahead and eat your lunch for years in terms of gaming. 5800 X3D. Bam. Done. 12th gen couldn't even keep up with that. So yeah. Now, if you want to replace it yourself, I don't know your level of expertise or just experience at all when it comes to the insides of a PC. So for me, it would be pretty easy. For you, it could be too intimidating. I don't know. Basically, I would ask Micro Center, hey, so I got this open box PC from you guys. When the next generation of Intel process, it's going to be a while, probably like another year or so before that comes out. When the next generation comes out, I want y'all to swap out the CPU and motherboard. How much would that cost aside from the parts, just for labor? There you go. Like I don't know what Micro Center knows. JJ Blinks still being worked on. Just try to keep in, like, it is delayed right now. Where my editor lives, there's kind of a war going on, so I'm just trying not to bother him too much and hoping everything's okay. My editor lives in Jordan, for those who don't know, so I hope everything's good. And that's okay. I hope he likes the PC. If you're concerned about like Skytech and how they do with their customers, they're one of the long list of PC companies that have shown themselves to be reliable. They're in our Discord. You can go look through their SI testimonials channel. There's a whole group of channels for a whole bunch of different SIs. It's called SI Testimonials. And the one for Skytech is full of a lot of good stories of people who maybe they had an issue, got it fixed up, or they never had an issue and it was a good experience. Those kinds of things. And there's a lot of people who have gotten from Skytech, PC from Skytech in our community. But they're one of a long list of PC companies that we go to when I'm trying to make a recommendation. They're just, right now, they're just the ones who are on the better side of pricing through some kind of magic or mojo. I don't know. Okay, well, that was fun. That was a good time. Happy to help. Okay. Alrighty. I did send the info on the PC you picked for him. Make sure you send the codes too. Otherwise, it's going to be over budget. So, yeah. Those two codes can stack. And I don't know if he was here when I showed that. So, March 100 and Swarm takes $139 off that price. Brings it well under budget. Let's take that extra $100 that's left over and get a nice monitor or something like that. You know, you can generally do for about $100 a pretty decent 1440p monitor, or a little bit more, like 120, $130. So cool. All right. Oh, that's not the right screen. Hold on. Here we go. Whoosh. There we go. All right, let's record it. This Chincino that I got from Temporal Forces was so cute. Like, why would I not want to open more of this? Problem having a GPU that made it had boot shut down, boot my computer every time. Not OS side. Definitely a problem with my GPU itself. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Maybe it's a power issue. Could be power supply. But okay. We're starting now. I recently opened a 3-pack blister of Temporal Forces from the Scarlet and Violet era for the Pokemon cards. And I actually really liked it. I feel like the set's really underrated if you're trying to build a nice Pokédex. Look at this Cinccino card I got. It is so adorable. There we go. It is so cute. And there are other pretty cool cards in this set. So when I saw this Temporal Forces ETB, I realized I'd never open an ETB of this. It needs to go on the wall. I mean, we're getting quite a few ETBs collected. We're getting quite a few ETB boxes collected over there. So, yeah, I like the way this looks. It's got a pretty cool promo in there of Walking Wake. That's going to be added to the Pokédex. But yeah, let's see what other Pokemon we can add to our Gen 9 section of the Pokédex, because this is focused on Gen 9 Pokemon. Let's get into it. Let me do that with it in focus. There we go. Of course, one of the first things you get out of an ETB is the player's guide, which just tells you some things about some of the cards you get, some of the sets you can build, the decks you can build, and then some of the chase cards in here are super nice. And not chase cards, some of the, I mean, full arts. There's so, okay, let me re-say that so we can edit it and make it sound good. There are actually a lot of really nice looking full arts in here. Now this gets underrated because there's not a lot of really valuable hits, but if you're trying to build a cool Pokédex, you're going to have to give Gen 9 some love, and this set really does do that. So let's see what we get in ours. Hopefully something nice. Okay, of course, every ETB, similar, you're going to get the things that you need to play the TCG. Go. That sounded great. Okay. So, of course, you're going to have some pretty nice looking Walking Wake card sleeves here. We have 40 energy cards. Our dividers. I'm surprised these aren't packaged with the promo card to keep it safe. I guess it's something they started doing later. A nice set of dice, if you like the color, sort of like an aqua green kind of color. That's what you got going on here. So your 6-sided die and your damage counters. And our promo card. Well, hold on. We have our sort of status indicators here for burn and poison. And, of course, our promo card. Oh, it's Fluttermane. Okay. It's Fluttermane. Really interesting looking Fluttermane card with sort of Fluttermane lurking in the background there. I do like Fluttermane. Okay, come on. I do like Fluttermane. Fluttermane's a great Pokemon, so that is pretty cool. I thought it was a Walking Wake promo, but The main thing here, of course, is going to be the packs. We have 9 packs of temporal forces here, and we will find out what they contain shortly. Okay, let's get into it. Oh, I can't do this without my buddy RGB. Get in here, buddy. There you go. All right. First pack. Let me make sure I got this in focus. Perfect. You gonna stop shaking soon, camera? Okay, we're good. Okay. All right, pack number 1. Okay, Slugma, Solosis. Did I have Solosis before? Maybe. Skitty. Electabuzz. That's kind of a sick Electabuzz, though. Who's he? Electric Bending. Airy. There's a cool Airy card in this, full art. I am looking more for Pokemon full arts rather than trainer full arts because there's no Pokédex entries for trainers. Buddy Buddy Poffin. Turtwig Reverse. Skitty Reverse. I'm sure if I already have Skitty, that's an upgrade for it. And Macargo. All right. Pack number 2. You know what would be smart? If I know a set is... If I want to be able to just really, at a glance, tell if I have a certain Pokemon or not, if I know a set is focused on one generation, like this is focused on Gen 9, I should have just a list of the ones I don't have on screen for me. But because like that's actually shorter now than the list of ones I do have. So, which is nice. That's good. It means we're making progress on that Pokédex. Yamper. Torracat. I don't think I have a Torracat yet. That could be a new Pokemon. That's not Gen 9 though. Grubbin. Frostmoth. Iron Valiant, Sandy Shocks, Reniculus. Sorry, I always say it that way. Reuniclus, Drampa Reverse. I really like that Drampa card. Metacham Reverse, and Miraidon Hollow. I really like the future and ancient aesthetic. It is so cool the way it has that gradient going through with the hollow on the right. Super cool. Pack 3. Or is that 4? That's 3. Okay, this is 3. Ramblin'. Oh, that's really cool. Sort of the style, the illustration style of this is really cool. Let me get closer up to that. I like that art style. It's really nice. Okay. Good? Okay. Girafarig, Roselia, Cutiefly, Iron Treads, Boxed Order, Ribombee, Reverse Bramblin. Oh, cool. The card that I liked earlier. And we have Reverse Hollow of it. Relicanth. I promise you I don't have a Relicanth. And that's a pretty sick illustration rare. Weird Fish. Cool card. Is it a double? That's Bramblegast to go with that Bramblin. Here is a closer look. Very cool card. Here's like y'all gotta. Why is he excited about a Relicanth? There aren't that many really cool cards for a lot of these Pokemon, but they got to be in the Pokedex. I have to put them in there. So I would rather it be a really cool card. I'm more excited about that than the 11th Charizard. Like, it's great when the lesser known Pokemon get some love. All right. Especially from some of these amazing artists that Pokemon Company brings on to do their art. Every Pokemon is somebody's favorite Pokemon. Maybe not Relicanth, though. Sorry, Shanala. I'm sorry. I'm clearly incorrect about that. I'll be mad. Charjabug, Slugma, Solosis, Skitty, Electivire, Cincino, Future Booster Energy Capsule. If you're playing a future deck, this is a good one. You need that. Mist Energy. Interesting. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides colorless energy. Prevent all effects of attacks used by your opponent's Pokemon done to the Pokemon this card is attached to. Existing effects are not removed. Damage is not an effect. Okay, so if it's an attack that could cause burn, or poison, or sleep, or confusion, none of that works with this Mist Energy. That's a sick card. We got Dunsparce Reverse and Iron Thorns. That's pretty cool Iron Thorns art, though. I like that. Man, they really nailed it with these future cards. All right, Steve. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. It's not my favorite one. I just like it a lot. That's fine. I think it's a cool mon. I was talking about like everybody else. Not me. I like it. I think I have trouble connecting with a lot of the fish Pokemon. And that's sad because there's some really good ones. And then there's Bruxish. Anyway. All right. Basic Energy. Heatmore. Who evolves from Heatless? No. Yamper. Another Torracat. Grubbin. That's what I'm going to be doing after stream. I'm going to be grubbing. Fortress. Vikavolt. Latias. Mudbray Reverse. Screamtail Reverse. Oh, I'm sorry. This is how I'm supposed to say it. Tail! Because it tells you Scream Tail. That is a cool reverse holo, though. I like that. I like that effect on it. And Roaring Moon full holo. Okay. We're now more than halfway through. It's pack number 6. Okay, Electabuzz, Bramblin, Girafarig, Roselia, Great Tusk. See, this is why eventually, if you're just trying to get all the commons and uncommons in a set, 9 packs is a lot. You'll get repeats and such. Doesn't mean you'll get all of them out of 9 packs in one ETB, but you'll get a lot. Delcatty, Explorer's Guidance, Koraidon Reverse. That's a sick card right there. Meltan. Nice. Meltan Reverse. And Fluttermane Full Holo. That is so good. That is such a cool card. 3 left. 3 packs left. Frostmoth, Noctowl, Croconaw. That's a cute Croconaw card. That is cute. All right. Licky Licky. I think this is my first Licky Licky card. So that's I think that's a new catch for the Pokédex. Great Tusk, Bronzong, Ancient Energy Booster Capsule, Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, rather. Victini Reverse, that is a cute card. I still never got the red Victini from Black Bolt or White Flare. I still want it. Beheum, I think that's a new one. That is a new one. That's got to be a new catch. Full Art Explorer's Guidance. Nice. Cool texture on that, man. Nice pickup. Wait, where did I put? Hold on. Did I just put Relicanth in here? No, the hits go here. All right, well, now we have 2 left. You know what that means? This is the penultimate pack. Yes, it just means the second to last. I just like that word. Okay. It's not bad. 2 big hits so far. I mean, in terms of getting full arts. Let's see if we can get another. Cutie Fly, Drillbur, Rillor. Do I have Rillor? You know, the poop bug Pokemon? I don't know. I'm curious. Yes, I do. I do have one. And it's a reverse holo. Yay. Ponyta. Iron Hands. Future card. Nice. Morty's Conviction. Shiftry. Beldum Reverse. Medicham Reverse. And Feraligatr Holo. It's a cool Feraligatr. Dang. And I already have a holo Feraligatr, so that's not an upgrade. But that's a sick card. I might replace one of my... That's the thing. It's my Pokedex. Even if it's not an upgrade, if I like one more than the one that's already in there, I can replace it. Now, last pack. Last pack. Let's get some last pack mojo, buddy. Come on, RGB. Help me out here. I want one more. And see what we get. Wish this set had holo energies. I wish every set had the potential for holo energies. Matang. Carkol. I think I have Carkol. Yes, I do. Groddle, I don't think I have. Ah, that's a new catch for the Pokedex. Let's go. Finizen. Iron Treads. Buddy Buddy Poffin. Zeraora. I already have a holo Zeraora. Grubbin Reverse. Hoot Hoot Reverse. And our last card is Magcargo Holo. Well, you know what? They can't all be bangers. But this is not bad at all. And we also got a little Fluttermane promo card action in there. It's kind of I don't know how I feel about it. It's pretty good. What do I have for Fluttermane right now? For Fluttermane, I have a... Oh, I have a good one. I have a Pokeball Fluttermane. That's actually really good, but this technically is better than that. That's going to be a tough one. That's going to be a tough one to decide. I might have to just... The last thing I would usually resort to is the value of the card. If I like them both, I might have to resort to that here because I like this one a lot. But basically, the Fluttermane that I have is... Here, let me grab it here real quick. It's Pokeball, though, not Master Ball. If it was Master Ball, that would be an easy choice. Basically, the Fluttermane that I have is this one. It's like this, but with the Pokeball and all the texture on it. So it's very striking, whereas this one is more subtle. I kind of like this more. Well, we'll see. You know what? What do you guys think? The Pokeball one or the Fluttermane one? I'll put a shot of the Pokeball one in the video just so you can see it. Let me know what you think, but this ETB was pretty good. We at least got a few new catches for the Pokedex, and that makes me happy, so I'll take it. So anyways, get subscribed or hit follow if you want to see more. Until then, take care. Yeah. Yeah. The full arts generally tend to be more impactful unless it's vintage. I did some looking into it. It seems like QuickSync wouldn't help a ton since the 5080 has native 10-bit 422 HEVC decoding. Generally, QuickSync is going to help with H.264 and well, it's HEVC, so H.265. Hey, that's fine. I mean, the thing is, a feature is going to be helpful to you or it isn't. Most people find QuickSync to be useful. So, yeah, that's good. Sure. Just if you're going to lean more on the GPU, you do have Studio, so you're able to do that. It's not a bad thing. And again, the 14900K F is no slouch. 24 cores is a lot of cores, and cores can help a lot with content creation. Just if you were looking to be able to upgrade it, you really don't have much in terms of options for that platform. Just as long as you move forward being aware that, like, hey, I want to upgrade this, and if I want to do that, I got to upgrade the motherboard. As long as you're aware of that, you know, you've got the knowledge you need. You're good to go. I think I want to free this from its sealed prison here. Actually, this one is going to stay in its... Oh, well, you know, I'll put a sleeve on this then. There's a nice card. I generally sleeve anything shiny. Anything that has a nice aspect to it like that. All right, cool. That was fun. His cards in a ton of sets. That Mon, rather. Gentros, what's up? Yeah, I would use the illustration. Yes. My poor Legionnaire blue screened. MK Loomis. It is Windows. Regardless of who builds a PC, what parts are in it. If it's running Windows, Windows will do Windows things sometimes. Now, what you need to worry about, don't worry if something errors out. What you need to worry about is if it does it a lot. If it does a lot, you have a consistent issue, and then you need to get that fixed. But you have a Legionnaire from Alexander PCs. Like, you have a lifetime warranty. You're fine. You're going to be fine. At least you know that. Computers are computers, no matter where you get it from. And computers can have problems. It's an unfortunate truth about this hobby. But welcome. How you been? The art, you can't really see very well, but the art inside of this sleeve is pretty rad. It's too bad they rarely survive being sort of like ripped open. Some of the art is marred on it no matter what you do, but I've saved most of those, and a lot of them do have artwork in them. So it'd be kind of cool if I could properly flatten them out and then have sort of a gallery of them. Yep, I know what I should do. Upgrade first. When I decide to, think I'll wait for prices to cool down. Yeah, yeah. If you have something that works, you literally should not buy anything right now. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so this is what was sent. Natty sent me this saying that this is basically in Brazil. This is going for $1,450 to $1,500 US, and then the parts list here. So let's take a look. So okay, so it's like $300 more in Brazil. That's not as bad as I would have expected, but that's probably due to prices here being crazy too. We're just trying to catch up with Brazil in parts pricing, Natty. That's what's going on. H6 Flow is nice. That's a nice case. 600 watt power supply. NV3 was a solid choice if they don't tell you what it is. It's used by a lot of SIs. Silicon Power, 116 gig stick of RAM. No. Bad. We don't do that. You're putting a micro ATX black motherboard or gray motherboard, right? Like a dark motherboard in a white full ATX case. That's just bad design. 5700X is a great CPU, but it's on a platform that you can't upgrade anymore. I mean, I guess you could put a 5800X 3D on there, but this is not the motherboard I would run a 5800X 3D on. Like never, ever, ever. You have two storage slots here, two M.2 slots here. Now that is I mean, yeah, it's a budget PC though, but I can see why you're like, yeah, $1,500. That ain't it. And a 5060 8 gig. Yeah. Yeah, check the images to make sure of it. It was one stick of RAM. One of the user reviews said they sent me 2 sticks of 8 gigs, but that's fine. It still works. And I'm like, you understand that's an upgrade, right? You are correct. It is an upgrade. That is absolutely an upgrade. What does that person mean? Let's hope they put him in the right slots, though. You go A2 and B2. Yeah, I like their case choice, but not the motherboard choice at all. That's probably my least favorite thing in here. And power supply is okay. At least it's a brand name power supply. Best approximation I could have made to one of the best-selling pre-builts and one of the biggest sellers here in Brazil. Some stuff is not right. Like, it isn't an NZXT case, but it was an aquarium white case with a black motherboard. Now, if you got to do that, that's fine. Contrast is nice sometimes. But if you're going with a white build, then the fact that it's an MATX motherboard in a full ATX case is my real problem. Because then you have cables just dangling down, all those front panel connectors, USB fan connectors, your front audio, all that stuff. It's just not, that ain't it. When you have a full-size ATX motherboard, those connectors just have to go boop through the opening, just right into the bottom of the motherboard. Much cleaner. By the way, quick sneaky shout out to my lurkers out there. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Maybe when things get back to normal in the market, you can help create the Bjorn 2.0. I think that would be awesome. Well, Panther, the plan was to go from, because we did a collab PC with Skytech, and then we did one with Alexander PCs, and the plan was to go from to multiple different SIs, one after the other, doing a Braethorn build. It's just that it's such a rough time in the market. It doesn't matter what I do. I can't put together a good deal right now. You know? And even if I could, it's almost unfair to make 50 well-priced PCs so that only 50 people in the country can get a well-priced PC, and then that's it. It feels bad. Feels bad. Biggest thing is, you know, Brazilian parts aren't going to be on PC Part Picker, also because the website didn't really specify anything. It's like, here's CPU in detail, here's GPU in detail, also 16 gigs DDR4 and 1600 watt PSU. Well, they won't tell you the name of those because they're probably going to be ODM models. So basically, like, well, the RAM, I mean, it's going to be an unknown brand, but the power supply could be something like Channelwell, or, I mean, which that can be okay. That can be okay. I mean, Channelwell builds for Corsair, I think, but yeah. Same with the cooler. The coolers at this point, off-brand coolers can be really good. And it also might just be the stock cooler. If it's a 5700X, I don't know if that comes with one. I think it comes with one. And SSDs, I don't know. But if it's an AIO for the cooler, which it is, I mean, it is. It's all Asetek technology, and at this point, Asetek's there's a lot more cheap AIOs flooding the market with Asetek design because their patent expired. So it's going to be probably pretty good. I mean, it's their liquid, it's a pump, it's a cold plate, and a radiator and some fans, like, and tubes. It's a pretty simple product when it comes down to it. To my Twitch viewers, I apologize. I'm gonna manually run an ad because it's sneaking up on me anyway to auto run it, and I keep snoozing it, and I only have so many times I can do that. I'm just gonna manually run it because then it gives us some time with no pre-roll for new people who come in to watch. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And for those who aren't subscribed, I'll see y'all in 60 seconds. I promise I won't do anything too crazy. There you go. Anyway, it's when things like this happen, you do see older technology coming back to the forefront because it's in a way, it's like the only thing out there for mass purchase, right? But it's rough. It's rough to see it. I like never come down here and look at this. That's pretty cool though, that it shows the connectivity and what's connecting to it. I don't want to look at price history. It's depressing. But yeah, Panther, the Legionnaire is specific to Alexander PCs because it's a version of their Legionnaire. So yeah, it's I don't know. The ones that we did with Skytech were really good too. So I just got to see. Eventually, we're gonna do another one. Definitely, at least for Black Friday. Hopefully, there's stuff to sell. And I'm gonna do the best I can. I mean, if anything, it's needed right now. But I mean, all we can do is the best we can, right? That's just how that goes. What time is it? It is 10:35. I want to be in the room and you stream it again. Well, Dan, it might not be. It's not going to be Alexander PCs again. Like I'm not going to do like a repeat right after that. You know what I mean? The next one has to be another SI. It can't just always be the same. At this point, that's my third collab PC I have done with Alexander PCs. The third one. It has to be somebody else now. I'm thinking it could be. I don't know. I have to talk to them, but maybe Starforge or Meta or one of them. That'd be pretty cool. Stints Built would be another good one. There's options. We'll see. But that does mean I'm not necessarily going to be in the greater Chicago area. That was fun, though. That was a good time. Well, then never mind. I'm sorry. Just live everywhere, and then you can be there wherever I do the next one. I know it's okay. Meta has always left us after I continue to collab with Grums. I mean, look, if that's the thing, then actually, I don't know what the deal is right now with Starforge. Well, okay. Here's the thing that I sort of am getting the feeling of with Starforge. I get the feeling that Starforge is sort of moving away or starting to sort of minimize their involvement with OTK. The thing is, remember this about streamers. They're people, and people are flawed, and some way more flawed than others, though. So I don't know the status of like OTK with a certain attic dweller out there. I don't know if they distance themselves from him, but things like that can really affect something like a collaboration like that. There are some content creators that I like who have been sponsored before by Apex Gaming PCs. So it also works the other way around. I don't know the whole story around that, though. I just know that here's the thing. No company is perfect, and every company can have its own issues. Natty, consider this. When when light gaming PCs shut down, and I made the video about it, and Zach saw that video, and I talked about one of my main concerns was the fact that all of light gaming PCs customers were losing their warranties. Meta PCs at their own cost for no benefit other than, I suppose, their image. I mean, as a side thing that could happen from it, they voluntarily took on every active warranty for every light gaming PC's owner. They said, this sucks. We get it. If they have issues, they have a warranty with us. If their warranty was like, if they bought the PC like 6 years before, then yeah, the warranty was expired anyway. Like, that's fine. But I didn't reach out to them to do that. They just told me. They're like, hey, we want to do this. I was like, please do that. After that point, I realized that like they're good. Meta PCs is good. If they work with someone who's less than good, that sucks. But I know that I feel like that is outweighed by the fact that a lot of people that I were worried about, a lot of customers that I were worried about, had peace of mind all of a sudden because of them. That could have turned out to be extremely costly to them. But they, like, I feel like they think if they tell me how much they've put into that in terms of repairs or tech support or anything like that, that I'll feel bad. I don't know if they feel that way, but I've never really gone to them to be like, okay, give me the numbers. How much did this cost you to do this nice thing? But no, there's pros and cons to every single company. And I mean every company. That is 100% the way it goes. My only issue is Meta is that I can't call someone Papa who's like 25 years younger than me. Well, let's think about the fact, Dan, that in a lot of those shorts, he's calling himself PC Papa. Let's think about that and then stop thinking about that as soon as possible. Zach is funny, all right? They are as successful as they are with their short form content for a good reason. They have earned that. It's so much work to the point where it basically took over his whole job there. Oh yeah, I don't doubt there's some great people working at. I've watched their streams before, and they all seem like great people. It's difficult for me to look at the specific collab and go, you know, you want your name attached to that? You sure about it? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, collabs are always a risk. It doesn't matter. AJ, what's going on? If you call, I'll let you call me Papa, though. I don't know if I'm 25 years younger than you. Are you talking about Dan or me? What's going on? How you been? I want to open this. Okay, Dan, not me. That's fine. I'm not calling anyone Papa. Okay. No one's making you. Also, I don't know that Zach expects anybody else to call him that. It's mostly him calling himself that as another character that is also him. I don't know, whatever. It's a little too much for me to think of, but when you think about it, Dan, it is fairly meta, which I guess would be on brand. Busy, very excited about the Core Ultra 200S refresh. Yeah, I mean, Core Ultra 200S was already good. It can only get better. I mean, it could get better. I'm looking forward to that too. Price point was what I'm intrigued by. Is this a return to $200 and $300 i5 and i7 class CPUs? Because if so, I'm totally down. Well, yeah, it's been that though. The 265K for a long time has been less than $300. Like 260, 270, 20 cores, and it tied for second place in Adobe Premiere Pro. Like in the most, it's what's in my PC, my main editing PC. I didn't even go for the Core Ultra 9. I went for the 7 because it was such a good price. I couldn't justify $500 instead of $270. It's like, oh, well, the Core Ultra 9 isn't going to give me double the performance. I don't think I'm going to pay double the price. It's so good. Sorry, I've got auto mod set pretty strict standards right now because of YouTube's auto mod deleting channels for for even the dumbest things. So I don't want to give them any reasons whatsoever. You can just retry that one. But you do mean MSRP, and I do get that. Yeah. What they realized though is that when those started kind of selling more at that price, they're like, oh, this is what people want to pay for this. Okay. I think that's what happened. I hope those prices carry through to Nova Lake, because that's going to be even better. I got 3 Pokeball cards from that last high class box. 2 of them were trainer cards. I'm like, come on, give me more Pokemon with the Pokeball on it. Right, yeah. I keep trying to switch, but Intel keeps tempting me back at the right time. Yeah. I mean, look, the 265K, I've been able to edit video on it. Gaming on it is fine. I don't ever notice the fact that, like, it's not like I'm gaming and I have the charts up right next to me like, oh, I'm having such a good time, but it's not at the top of the gaming charts. Like, it games really well. Like, if they're saying it's better than what they've already got, or if the rumors, it's going to be really good. Speaking of switching, I'm switching to this view right here. I have to justify my reason for getting another high-class box. By doing this. This card is so good. It's so cool. And a guaranteed SAR. I wonder what this one will be. If it's the same one, I'm going to be upsetty spaghetti for sure. Okay. So I think you've been around since I started doing Pokemon as well as PC stuff. But yeah, it is becoming more about that, unfortunately. But if you're only here for tech stuff, but yeah. I'm having a really good time with it, though, and I am not having to obsess over the terrible, terrible market for PC stuff, and I can instead obsess over the slightly terrible Pokemon market. I think I'm like the only person happy with the Pokemon market because I'm coming from one that is way worse off. I actually love Core Ultra. I just cater to CPU cache RAM intensive games, so I end up selling a ton of X3D. X3D is great, but they need to bring their prices down. Like, did I tell you that I got to go to the labs and talk to the engineer in charge of Expo for like a while? Did I tell you about that? And I got into a gacha game, Arknight's Enfield, and I totally understand the feeling of opening a pack. Yep, it's gacha. Yeah. When I was talking to their Expo engineer, he was all about just like getting the most out of the way that they, you know, their one-to-one sync and 10 nanosecond first word latency as they've been doing and continuing down that path. And I was like, it was December. So we were in Ramageddon. It just wasn't that bad yet. I was like, what I would like to see from the next version, if I may say so, is y'all need to work on your 2 DIMMs per channel compatibility and stability. And y'all need to be more agnostic of the whole 10 nanosecond first word latency thing, like Intel is. And he was like, we had acknowledged at that point that Intel had a more versatile memory controller, right? You know that. And I was like, this right now is not the time to stay focused on just DDR5 6000 CL30, DDR5 6400 CL32, just those specific ones, because we're not in a market to be picky right now, and it is going to disproportionately affect AMD because of the specifics y'all need for the best performance. You're disproportionately affected by getting not the perfect RAM. But that's a problem. More for you guys than Intel. And he was like, we've got a meeting coming up. I might bring this up. Yeah, that's a good point. Panther, personally, I would only be interested in purchasing a pre-built Alexander PC because of the warranty. Other than that, I would prefer building myself. You can do either way. I mean, think about it, Panther. If you build it yourself, you do have a lifetime warranty. You are the lifetime warranty. Like if a company builds it, they would pay for this or pay for that. If you build it, you pay for this or you pay for that, and you do the repairs yourself. It's just out of your pocket because you are the warranty. So either way, I mean, just right now, DIY is dead, for mostly dead. It'll come back. It'll come back though. Agree with you on both. Yeah. X3D is less affected by not perfect RAM, but it's $200 more for the CPU, which is probably less than the price difference for perfect RAM. Huh? X3D is less affected by not perfect RAM, or did you mean Intel is less affected by not perfect RAM? Because that's Intel is the one that's got a more versatile memory control. You can do, usually you can somewhat do 4 sticks without it going crazy. Expo doesn't handle 2 DIMMs per channel as well. But yeah, the reason I was saying do 2 DIMMs per channel is because it might be that the only cheap RAM or the affordable RAM you can get is going to be like, well, I want to do 64 gigs. Okay, get 4 16 gig sticks. There you go. It just depends. It just depends. But you just don't really have that option if you want stability on AMD. I have used, I think it was 13th gen or 14th gen with 4 sticks of 16 gigs. And it worked great. The only reason I took those out was to upgrade to 96. Well, Intel overall, yes. But on AMD side, X3D isn't as affected by less than perfect RAM. When you say as affected by, like as if they have improved performance without one-to-one memory sync, that is always the story that is told with any Ryzen chips. Get one-to-one memory sync or you're not optimized. Anyways. Average performance without one-to-one sync. Okay. All right, let me get into this. And recording. Where am I focused right now? Okay. Oh my God, this is too many hits. I recently opened a Terastal. Oh, I'm not recording yet. Okay. I recently opened a Terastal Festival high-class box of Japanese Pokemon cards, and the hit rates are crazy. I mean, it is almost it's too many hits. It's just one after another, and a guaranteed SAR with that set in the high class box. 10 packs just full of shiny cardboard. And this is okay. And this is Prismatic Evolutions. In English, that set has just a notoriously bad hit rate. So being able to open essentially Prismatic Evolutions and get a ton of hits felt kind of crazy. So I got another one. And I have another one coming in tomorrow. Well, let's see whether or not if it was a mistake. I don't know. It could be. But we're opening this one right now. Let's get into it. Real quick, though, I do want to make notice of, like, oh, what is it? Real quick, though, I do want to make mention of just how awesome this Goldango card is. This is going to look so good in my Pokédex. But that's the reason I love these high-class boxes. You get so much stuff to dress up your Pokédex. Well, maybe not the trainer cards, which 2 out of the 3 of the Pokeball cards I got were trainers. So that's kind of annoying. But, oh well, whatever. Lots of EXs. In fact, you're guaranteed an EX in every pack as far as I understand and as far as what I've seen. So yeah, let's get into this one right here. Here we go. We'll just take these. Oops. Take those off right there. And put this thing into. And put this thing into sport mode. There we go. We're ready. And then we have 10 packs with insane hit rates of essentially the Japanese version of Prismatic Evolutions. Oh boy, let's do it. It was a part of the 9850X 3D presentation, so I think your talk with Head of Expo in December actually did do something for us. That's awesome. Thank you for telling me that. AJ, enjoy walking your dog. Say hello to the doggy for all of us. Chat, how should I approach this one? Should I just do 1 pack at a time? I should, right? Did I do the other one like a mega pack? I don't remember. It was 100. It was 100 cards. It's 100 cards here. No, we're doing 1 pack at a time. Okay, and where are you? Right here. Now, I don't know if this is just me, but I found that Japanese packs are a little bit harder to open. There's just so much seal on the top, and then the bottom just feels a little weird. I'm actually going to try something different. I'm just going to just cut it carefully. I'm taking the easy way out on these. No struggling with these for me. Thank you. I also forget that I just did one of these. I forget the pack trick, but we'll do 1 card. I don't think it's 1 card, though. But all right, let's get into it. Okay, Zorua, Finnegan. Oh, that Morpeko Hollow is nice. Yeah, there is a pack trick to this. We'll see. Monkey Dory, and we, Pecharunt. And Pecharunt EX. There we go. Let's see how many cards it is for this pack trick. So it was 1 I moved, then 2, 3, 4. My goodness. 5, 6. 6 cards for a pack trick is crazy work, but all right. I'll try it, I guess. I don't know about this. I don't know about this, gang. Watch as he ruins the next one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is crazy. I don't know. Well, let's try it. Nope, messed it up. And there's your Master Ball Morpeko. Dang it, I messed it up. Oh my goodness. Okay, Terapagos EX. Yeah, I messed that one up. Okay. Master Ball Morpeko is awesome though. That is cool. Okay, that's just, okay. You know what? I don't even just get oh no, Whimsicott Hollow and a. There's so many shiny cards in here. This Frostlass is really cool with that tree background. Yeah, again, if you're really just trying to add a lot of shine to your Pokédex, you got to try out one of these Japanese high-class boxes. You can find them online. You can find them at card shows. Some card shops will have these. I got these from a local card shop, so yeah. I even have footage of me getting it. I put it at the beginning of the short, I hope. If I remembered to send it. when it was going to be edited. We just got to do... We're not even doing a pack trick. Phoebus, what's up? How's it going? Oh, Relore. Hi, how you doing? Great. Okay, Koraidon Hollow. Alakazam Hollow. Iron Leaves EX is pretty sweet. Pretty cool. Another Finnegan. Matang, Emrys. Or I forget what her name is. Umbreon. Not the Umbreon we're looking for, but that's okay. And that's just the moon. That's the Umbreon, and then there's the moon. But we don't put these together, you get a Moonbreon, right? That's how that works. Let's just move a couple to the front. We'll try 2 cards. 2 to the front. Okay. And there is Leafeon. And Explorer, Guide, Guy, whatever. Okay, let's just get through these. What's up, Gibble? Tyranitar. That is a really cool Tyranitar card. Noctowl. Yo, we got an Ace Spec. Nice. I like Ace Spec cards. The textures, the colors, everything's really nice. Nice. We got Roaring Moon EX. I'm running out of room to display the hits. This is happening again. Hoot Hoot and the Berry. Okay, so that was... I did 2 there. It at least helps. I just don't want to risk doing that again. Where I did 6. Maybe I'll try doing 4 this time. We're doing a 4-card pack trick here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. This might be perfect. Okay. I think it might be. Hold on. Great Tusk right there. Got the hammer. We have Honedge. Charcadet. Flareon Hollow. Blood Moon Ursaluna. We got the EX for Blood Moon Ursaluna in the last one. Oh my goodness. Okay, we got the Raging Bolt SAR. This card is crazy, but of course it's the Raging Bolt. I already have a Raging Bolt SIR. Oh, now I got to choose between them. For the Pokédex, God, this card is gorgeous. Double? No. All right, we're getting close up on this one. Do I have to pull out the other Raging Bolt? I think I have to for the video. Yeah, that card's crazy. That is a crazy card. Now, in English, this card is worth $2 more than my other Raging Bolt. In Japanese, I don't think in the North American market it's worth as much. So I'm probably going to keep the Raging Bolt I already have, which is a super cool card. Wait till the end of the video for the comparison. You can let me know in chat which one you think belongs in the Pokédex, because I love putting cards in other languages in my Pokédex. I don't have a national Pokédex. I'm working on an international Pokédex, and I love to talk about that. I got to zoom out just to get more of these hits in the background here. Okay. But that is our SAR for this box, I guess. Good thing I got another one coming in tomorrow, I suppose. But that is a really cool card. And this one is... Hold on. And this one is Tail! Because Scream Tail. Okay. All right, Larry. Okay, all right. Trainers out of the way there. Okay. I like that Totodile. Cute Eevee. I got the Master Ball of that one and the last one. Oh, what is this one? I forget the Angry Mushroom's name. That's okay. Chi-Yu? Yo, Pokeball Groudon is kind of dope. Look at that. I like that. That's an upgrade for my Groudon. And the Leafeon EX. I think 4 cards is the move. That's the way to go, is 4 cards. Let's leave these 2 up. I like that Master Ball Groudon. That's a really cool card. I like that. They're just going to have to sit on top of each other a little bit. And we are more than halfway through. We have 4 packs. We have 4 packs left. More than halfway through. And yeah, these are the hits so far. And we did already get our SAR. I'm going to go ahead and put that in a top loader. Let me check the value on this one real quick. I'm using Rare Candy for this. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but it's just they don't put a like Collector puts a paywall on just taking the picture and telling you what card it is. Yeah. See, the one that I have, the other Raging Bolt is like $60. This one is like $8. So gonna have to make a glass display case for these. Well, I do have an insane binder that's supposed to be the entire Pokedex. If I was grading cards, then yeah, I would do it. But yeah, the other Raging Bolt is staying in there. I kind of like it more than this one, even though in English this one is worth more. The art is awesome in this. When I say I like the other one more, I'm not saying this one isn't amazing. I'm saying I kind of like the other one a little more. That's it. I said what I said. I shouldn't do that off camera. People will accuse me. Like if I get another SIR, they'll be like, oh, you just fit. Why would I do that? Why would anyone do that? Oh, I forgot to 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I don't think I have. That's the Grookey Stage 1 evolution, and I forget its name. But it evolves into Rillaboom. Buffalant. Janine's Secret Art. Bramblin. The Wiglet one. That's a cool card. I think there's a full art of this or something. That's a cute card. It's the Wiglet is weird though. Okay, another Fluttermane. Okie dokie. Iron Thorns EX. Nothing crazy out of that one. We still have 3 packs left. God, this is crazy. This is crazy. So here's the thing. You might have people who just care about the price, the value of cards or whatever, say like, oh, the high class, but whatever, like unless you get 1 or 2 cards, it's not worth it. If you're here because you want to do like I'm doing and build the coolest looking Pokédex you can, I don't think there's a better option than these high class boxes because it is full of, well, okay. The other good option, although it's a little bit more limited because you get like maybe 20 Pokemon in there and then there's like 5 versions of each, would be the other option would be like the gem pack volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4, which I'm getting volume 4 in tomorrow as well. Those have a ton of shiny cards that are like really reflective cardboards, right? But if you want a really good variety of these high-class boxes, they are like the North American sets or English printed sets, just in Japanese with way better hit rates. So, I mean, yeah. Fan Rotom, what's up, buddy? Okay, the energy here, the mist energy, I believe. Okay, got a little smartwatch action. I don't know if that's energy picker or recycler or whatever that's called. Beldum. Gimme Ghoul. Revivroom. Wait, we just got this one. What was it called? Oh, yeah, it's here. I got it. You don't have to tell me. Don't tell me. Relicanth, of course. There we go. Now I can pretend I knew it all along. Relicanth Hollow. And that... Garchomp... Okay. Garchomp EX. That's a really pretty EX. It's just the terastallized ones are so busy. It's hard to see what Pokemon it is. I guess I did that one a little wrong. Okay. That... Oh, my God. Okay. We got 2 packs left. You know what that means. This one is the penultimate pack. 2 left. I'm going to rip these last 2. I'm going to put effort into it, okay? Never said I ain't done nothing for you. Bro, there could be min-max build guides, and I'm going to choose the cards because they look cool. Yeah. I build cool-looking guns in Tarkov. I build my Enfield team based on the story characters. I'm buying a truck based on color when I get there. And I'm all over the min-max value. I'm over all the min-max for value. Yeah, I feel you. Besides, like, I have one card, the highest priced card that I've ever pulled. At the time, it was like $450 or something. And I don't even have it in the binder. I don't know what to do with it. When I pulled this chase card, and I was like, what now? I would feel weird about putting this in a binder. So it's just in a case right now, in a thing. Oh, well. Except, wow. It's just energy flying through the air. Kieran. Trubbish. Applin. Ooh, okay. Iron Moth. Right? What is it? Iron Moth? What is it called? Is it Iron Moth? What is it? I think so. Hold on. Some of these are just hard to remember offhand. And that's the thing. It's like flashcards. It's like, you better remember. You will be tested on this. Yes, I was correct. Yay. Okay. Iron Moth Hollow. Ancient Hollow. Unpheasant. No, not Unpheasant. Pheasantipity. I mix those up all the time. Monkey Dory EX. I think that's a new EX for me. Maybe? Maybe. And Doublade. Now we're on our last pack. RGB, help me out. Give me some of that last pack mojo, buddy. Come on. What are we getting? What are we getting? We're ripping this one too. I guess these weren't as hard to rip as some of the other Japanese packs I've opened. Okay, 4 to the front. It might be 5, I don't know. Okay, Dusclops. The glasses person. Actually guy. That's what, you know, since I don't know the name, this is now an actually guy. Actually. Sylveon. Hey, it's an evolution. How about that? Festival thing, Dreepy. Yeah. Hawlucha. The Aegislash is pretty dope. The Aegislash Hollow is pretty dope. Yo, we got a Pokeball Umbreon, though. That's pretty sick. The eyes. Look at the eyes. And our final card. It's going to be an EX. It's going to be EX. Here's what EX it is. Okay, wait, what the heck? Oh, okay. That's Hearthstone Mask Ogre-Pon EX. Ogre-Pon EX, there you go. This Pokeball Umbreon, a little better than that. I'm happy with that. My goodness, look at all these cards and the Raging Bolt SIR that we got. Let me grab the other one. Give me a moment. Yeah, it's at the end of the Pokédex. It's 1021. Excuse me, just a moment. God, this binder is so unwieldy. It's too big. It's too big of a binder. Wait a minute. This is the same Raging Bolt. How could I forget? Okay, I said it all wrong. Okay, so hold on. Okay, my mistake. It's the same Raging Bolt that I got because that one was also from Prismatic Evolutions. I just have it in English. And this is wild to me. That this card is currently something like $60 in English. And in Japanese, it's $8 in the North American market. Something like that. I would have to check. But regardless, now I have it in English and in Japanese. I think that's actually really dope. So maybe what we do is we get this one graded, the English one, and we put the Japanese one in the binder. Because again, I am very heavily invested in the idea of having an international Pokédex. So that's what we'll do. Yeah, but there you go, everyone. Just absolutely too many hits to even too many. The Pokeball ones are usually my favorites right here, but I do have a very quickly growing EX collection. And these boxes are absolutely helping with that. Plus a nice little A-spec here up in the corner. So you can't even see it. You can't hear it. Just too many cards to try and fit in the frame. There we go. That I got from one of the Sam's 2-pack boxes of Prismatic Evolutions. So yeah, there we go. That's this box. I love these things. I am actually stoked that I accidentally have another one on the way tomorrow. So you're going to see another video of Terrestrial Festival soon. Get subscribed or hit follow if you haven't already. And the next one, hopefully, is not another Raging Bolt. But, you know, if it is, I'll send it to one of you guys. All right. See you then. Hey, first ever giveaway mentioned? Yeah. Potentially. I have that many cards to sort other than all these. I have to put all of these in sleeves now too, but these are good. These are good problems to have. First world problems much. Yes. Okay. So this is what's going to go in the Pokédex. There's nothing to put in the chart, in the spreadsheet, because I mean, it's not an upgrade, or it's a side grade basically. Look, it's pretty cool seeing that, though. That's pretty sick. Also, is it just me, or is it... No, it's the same. It's just they're at different angles. The lightning just streaking through these is pretty awesome. Hold on. Where's the angle? Where is the angle? I want to show they're both reflect. There we go. There we go. Anyways. Let's sleeve up all of these. I'm curious about this. Hold on. Umbreon just makes everything expensive, but this is in Japanese, so... How can I get it to where it shows? There we go. Yeah, just this. It's an $8 card. There you go. And my seat is sinking again. If I talk to Fractal, they might just send me a new gas cylinder thing. What about the Master Ball Morpeko? 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 What do you say, chat? Yeah, $2. There you go. It's Morpeko. I mean, it's not a hugely popular Pokemon, but I think Morpeko's cute. Sure. Master Ball can add like that. It does that. We already got the Pokeball Groudon. All of these crazy EXs. And EXs can surprise you, too. I was surprised when I found out that, like, what was it? Mega Charizard YEX is like $15 out of Ascended Heroes. It's an EX, but okay. Oh, here. We're no longer recording, so there you go. Those boxes are so good. It's crazy. It's just a stack of hits. It really makes you wonder why they're just like so okay with having such lower hit rates in the US. I mean, think about this. Let's say I'm, working at Pokemon Company International, right? And I'm in charge of production, but I'm like, or whatever, because they are moving, they are absolutely increasing production in North America, right? And you see that, like, oh, dang, like, man, this specific card blew up in value. Hey, could you print out, we're running a little short on petty cash for the office. Could you print up maybe 2 dozen of these? And then let's just sell them all before what we are doing inevitably drops the price. Yay. Like, how do you not feel tempted to do something like that? Well, Pokemon Company International doesn't do their own printing. That would be through the printing company. But then someone at the printing company does said thing, right? Look at that. Bam. Hit after hit after hit. Hits just keep on coming. That's probably why the Japanese versions, Japanese hits are less expensive. It's more common to get them. And I answered my own earlier question. I say more pico de gallo. More pico. I get it. I get it. More pico. Not more pecco, more pico, whatever. Yes. John Paul, how you doing? I don't know if y'all saw that. My seat just went down down half an inch again, just for no reason. I mean, there's also cool cards in here, too, that could be upgrades. Like for Aegislash, that's probably an upgrade. Not Hawlucha. I have a Mega Attack Rare for Hawlucha. Not for... I have a Pheasantipity EX. Iron Moth. That could be an upgrade for Iron Moth. That's not an upgrade. I mean, I got the full art, so... Oh, well. Still a cool card, though. Very clean art in that one. Not Fluttermane. We already know that. and I think that's a new Pokemon there. Chiyu, we have EX. I can't believe I couldn't remember this guy's name. Move one more card to the front every pack till it works. Yeah, that's basically what I did. What was your name? I'm just going to take the picture of it and it'll tell me. Maybe if I'm not blocking it with my hand, that'll help. Brute Bonnet. And I'm syncing still. I wonder if there's something I can adjust. I really like that Frostlass, but I have Frostlass EX, Mega Frostlass EX. That's a, just, hold on, I'm going to get a close-up on this. Look at that background, it's so nice. That's a really cool card. I guess I'll do this while we're, I have a million Whimsicots like that. Although, the one I have in there right now, no, I have a Whimsicott ultra rare. So, I have the ones with like the Cosmo Hollow pattern on them. What did I get early on? Makidori, another Morpeko, Morpeko. Just lots of shiny cardboard. It's almost perfect, except it doesn't fit a top loader. There we go. Just had to raise up my seat again. Okay. We're going to skip right to doing another Pokemon thing just because I want to bust into this and do one mega pack real quick. But I wanted to do this. Clay Burst. What a weird name. Clay Burst is the name. Whatever. So Clay Burst, these are the ones that have 30 packs with 5 cards each. So 10 packs, 50 cards. We'll do a mega pack. And there you go. I mean, I also have the Journey Together ones of the Japanese booster box, but that can wait. We've already done a ton tonight. I'm going to save it. But yes, mega pack time. Absolutely. I think if I were to name one chase card from this for me, it's going to be Tinkaton. I would want Tinkaton. Oh, 1 second. When we put the music back on, it goes into one of my favorite parts of that playlist. And that song, I mean. Well, I mean, just in general. Anyways, all right. By the way, I got this recently because my wallet has been, it's never been that great. It was okay, I guess. I like smaller wallets, right? But this one was a Fossil one that had insanely strong magnets, and I always worried that it was like messing with my cards that were in there. But I still used it for a long time. But I was like, I'm gonna finally get a Ridge wallet, like a real YouTuber would. Next thing you know, I'm getting Vessi shoes. But I noticed something. They had these 3-packs that with all matching stuff, and it was a wallet, a key holder thing, so your keys don't jangle around. It like holds them like a Swiss Army knife kind of thing, and then this, which is a pocket knife that matched it. It has this really cool mechanism for locking that you can pull down and then like open the knife that way, and then easily close it. I liked that feature so much. I was like, I'll get the 3-pack. It's pretty reasonable. But anyway, so that's where you see the cool. I don't know if these are actual measurements. It like doesn't start at 0. So how am I supposed to actually use this? I don't know. Anyways. This is an MKBHD thing because he's a part owner now, but whatever. It's like one of his patterns. Whatever. Anyways, I think they look cool and it works nice. It's really sharp too. It's nice. Okay. If you like Pokemon cards and you start looking into some of the Japanese sets, some of the Japanese sealed product that you can get and rip, you'll start seeing some weird names like this one. Clay Burst. Clay Burst. Now, what you'll find is that when these are originally... Okay. Now, what you'll find is when these are originally launched in Japan, they're launched as like companion sets. It was Clay Burst and Snow Hazard, which eventually came to be printed in English as one set, Paldea Evolved. So this has some Paldea Evolved cards in there. There's some chases like Iono SAR, Chi-Yu EX, Tinkaton EX Full Arts. I would love to get the Tinkaton because that would be great for that spot in the Pokédex. But regardless, the pull rates on these are pretty good. There's 30 packs of 5 cards each. We're taking 10 of those packs and making a 50 card mega pack. Let's get into it. What's good about these kinds of sets is if you're looking at a set like, I don't know, Paldea Evolved or something like that, you can look through all the cards, decide if there's a specific one you want, and then look at the 2 Japanese sets and see which one of those has the card you want. And then you've narrowed it down by removing like half of the cards that you don't want to just be able to chase specific ones. I tend to not get obsessed with specific chase cards because that's a good way to have a bad time. Don't talk to me about Mega Mondays. But yeah, so we're going to see what we get out of this. Regardless, this will have some Pokemon that I don't have yet because I haven't really opened much Paldea Evolved. So that's going to be good for the Pokedex. Let's pick our 10 packs here. It's just going to be in order. 1, 2, 3. They feel so thin because of 5 cards. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we now have 20 packs left in this box. We do 2 more mega packs later on. There we go, 10 packs. So sit tight while while I fast forward this. But if you're watching in live chat, I guess we'll all just chill and chat a little bit while I do this. Might be easier to do it from the bottom, but that's fine. I like that you have mouse hold there. There is a mouse hold card, a full art in here that I want. I should have mentioned that. I do want it. Well, I just mentioned it now. Even music or not, add this into the video. Okay. Why'd I put the scissors over there? I need them with my right hand. Okay. Oh, that's right. I don't need the scissors. There's a perforation in this that I can try using. I'll do that in the next one. I just dropped my Terrastal Festival box. Oops. Good thing I put the cards that I wanted to in the in top loaders. It's right here, isn't it? Well, that doesn't feel good at all. That's terrible. But not like terrible, as in terrible. It's just bad. Okay, cool. Well, back to scissors, I guess, if I want to do this quickly. I'll try it again, I suppose. That was better, I suppose. That's fine, I guess. Nope, it just doesn't. The foil should just like come apart after that. It doesn't, so whatever. Oops. Couple more. Let's do these 2 together. Why not? Make sure we're not cutting any cards here. Okay, I have taken the last 2 cards out of every pack and stacked them here, and they go onto the back here. So now all of our rares and reverses and hollows and hits should be at the back. Let's just speed through the commons and uncommons, although some of them will be potentially new Pokemon for the Pokedex. Let's see what we get. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get to the raid in just a second. I'm sorry. I am very focused. What's up, Chris? Okay, Tadbulb starts us off. Larvitar. Let's just get through this. Shroodle. Fletchling. Okay. Aw. Tink-a-tink. I like that Pikachu card. It's a good Pikachu card. There's Fletchinder. Wait. What are you? That's definitely new for the Pokedex. Heck yeah. Whatever it is. I just don't remember off the top of my head. That's the thing about these in different languages is I can't just lean on just reading what the Pokemon is on the top. And I don't have every Pokemon from every generation memorized. Apologies. Pineco. All right. Numel. Another Pineco. Interesting. Mousehole. Or what are they called when it's just the two? I forget. I just remember Mousehold usually. I'm hoping for that Mousehold SAR in one of these mega packs. We might not get the SAR in this, or even get one at all. We'll see. Barboach. Okay, it's Barboach. Got it. Oh, dude. We got a Tinkatuff art rare. That's awesome. Look at this thing. That's so sick. Hell yeah. Imagine if we get the Tinkaton. Imagine if we get the Tinkaton to go next to this. Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Okay, we're at the ones that have potential to be shiny. Like we got a Belly Bolt EX. Nice, nice. Carbominable. Camerupt. There's Mousehold. Not the one I was looking for, though. What's up? Okay. Got the Mist Energy. Yo, Belly Bolt EX Secret Rare. Let's go. What do I have for Belly Bolt right now? I think regardless, this is better. Look at that zigzag pattern in the texturing on this. By the way, fun fact about Belly Bolt. These are not its eyes. Those are its eyes. This is a defense mechanism thing. Why do you hate Belly Bolt? It's a cool design. I like weird designs for some Pokemon. Some I don't. Some I don't. That is nice. I like that Belly Bolt EX. Nope, not looking at that one. Okay. Farigiraf. Do I have Farigiraf? I don't have that one. Something with a P. I forget. Oh my God, the Raichu art rare. Yo, this is sick. Oh, dude, I was looking at this card. I love this card. No freaking way. No freaking way. That is one of the best Raichu cards I've ever seen, and now it's going in the Pokedex. That's so sick. Yes. What is this? A land? What is it? Okay. All right, let me sleeve these up, because damn. That stack was freaking stacked. What do you want from me? I'm excited. We got ourselves a pair of Belly Bolts here, the regular EX, and then the art rare here, or that secret rare. And then we got these two absolute gems right here. Come on, those are amazing. Man, if you don't care about cards being in a different language, which you shouldn't, the art is still the artwork, right? If you really want to dress up your Pokedex, Japanese sets they're really the way to go. Man, okay, I'm so excited. This is really good. All right, thank you for watching. Get subscribed or hit follow if you haven't already, because around here we pull shiny cardboard. See you in the next one. Dude, I'm so excited about these two right here. That is so awesome. They're both just perfect. Great cards. I'm glad I did that before ending stream. I didn't want to. Okay, also, hold on. There we go. They're protected. Side note. Coalition Chris coming in with the raid. Let's go, nerds. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome, Chris and Raiders. Sorry, came in while I was recording. Oops. Went a little too far back there. Working on something in the master list. Okay, cool, cool. I saw the Pokemon cards. I knew what was happening. You're good. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. How was your stream? Yo, if you're all not following Chris, what are you even doing? That's my buddy. It's going to be really nice when I have the dedicated space for ripping packs. Because I also need my dedicated space for PC stuff here. It is taken over. It's been taken over by Pokemon. That is going to be the space. It's already coming together. I think y'all are going to like it. It's a little janky, but I think it'll work well enough. Is it based on something I said earlier or what? Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Everybody gets to see you work live because here we go. So this is a tab called Not Caught. You can't see it because of this. Hold on. There you go. Oh, you still can't see it. What's going on with that? Well, it's there. Yeah, you see it. There it is. Not caught. There you go. So this is just going to be an entire list of Pokemon I have not caught. That's really helpful, actually. Are you having to just manually copy these in, or is it like importing them from the alphabetized lists just based on whether or not the variable of the check mark is seen or not? It's kind of both. Okay. Well, this just makes me want to get more up to date because I am still like I'm more far behind. I'm farther behind now. I am very far behind now on adding everything into the Pokédex. So yeah. The formula checks a variable and then either puts a name or checks it as caught. So if you change one of those, you can see which ones you've caught and remove them from the list. Change one of those. So change one of them here, right? Like, let's just click Deoxys, right? If you already have him in there. Let's see. Not caught. Is Deoxys in there yet? No. Let's go with something under A or B. So if we go to Aerodactyl. Yeah. Look at that. It was gone and I undid what I did and now it's back. You're good. That's why I gifted you a sub. And not because you were being angry about it. I should definitely not put the number. What, like the Pokédex number? I should definitely not have the number change because otherwise finding the Pokemon becomes a bit weird. Okay. Hey, we just got Brute Bonnet. We just got Brute Bonnet. That's a new one for the Pokédex. Yay. All right. Man, we are closing in. Oh, dude. Oh, man. The freaking Ultra Beasts are going to be... I'm going to have to open Sun and Moon. I have to rip Sun and Moon. It is so expensive. Oh, well. Everybody's got a third mortgage these days, right? If you go over to Aerodactyl and catch it, you'll see that the number in the not caught list will change to caught. Where's the number? Oh, hold on. Like as in total? As in the Pokédex number. Oh. Oh, sick. That's really good. That's really good. I like it. I like it. So this makes a list that once we're done, we can just Very cool. I like this Belly Bolt, though. What do I have for Belly Bolt? I think I have a pretty nice card for Belly Bolt. No, it's just a Holo Rare EX. I have a Belly Bolt EX. So this... No, not that. This. Upgrade. Nice. Nice. Like a live list. I love that. Thank you. Oh, Chris, sorry. Was a fun one today. Start off with some 3D printing stuff. Rise of the Tomb Raider, then set up NDI phone camera in the kitchen and stream making my pizza. Sweet. Then went back to Tomb Raider while Redeem could activate the kitchen camera to watch the pizza cook, then finished off with some Splitgate. That sounds like a dope stream. I just sit here and yell about computers and Pokemon. That's so much better than my stream. All right, there's a shout out for Coalition Chris. Go drop a follow, please. Again, if you don't, what are you doing? Kenneth, welcome. How you been? But you did catch me at the tail end of my stream. So there is that. You probably knew that too. You know my schedule at this point, for the most part. I can't believe I got the same Raging Bolt. Thank you. I think every person who has ever considered themselves a YouTuber has used this sound. This is what I do in order to not encourage vaping in the impressionable, so that some of the viewers who come in that might be a little bit more impressionable. Thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate that. I really, really do. Thank you. But yeah, this Raging Bolt now has achieved the same status as Mega Charizard X EX, but that the Mega Attack Rare, where I have it in English and Japanese. That is super cool. What a dope card, though. The lightning gets me every time. That's so sick. Yeah, if Chris, if you've ever used Epidemic, then you have the same file name that I do, ES_mouthpop or something. It's funny. Well, it's cool that you rated me because guess what? Well, it's cool that you rated me because guess what? We don't need to hear this douche. Okay, excuse me. Okay. All right, everybody, please stick around. We're going to be rating Has Agent, who is playing Jackbox. So it's a stream that you can join in on. So there you go. And looks like there are openings right now for players. Let's start the raid. It's Friend Slop Night with Has. Nice. Okay, guys. I will catch y'all on Tuesday for more stuff. I'm going to have so many things of cards on Tuesday. Oh, my God. It's all coming in tomorrow from what I understand. So don't miss it. I'll catch y'all then. Again, Chris, thank you for the raid. I appreciate you, buddy. Not going to lie to you, Brave. This whole Masterless thing is my Frankenstein's monster. It's growing. Oh, Lord. It's gained sentient. We'll wait till it gains sentience. We'll see. AI Pokemon list. All right. See you guys on Tuesday. Till then, take care. Where's my buttons? Oh, yeah. Bye.
Let's go, nerds.